Alright, YouTube, welcome back. It's been a week and a half, and it feels like it's been a month. It is good to be back, and I'm glad to have all you guys here with me. So, welcome back to the stream. I am your host, your captain, as always, the Flying Moose, and I am so glad to have you back after our epic voyage across the sea into England. Here we are, flying for British Airways today as the start of our European tour. We're going to be leaving from Heathrow and going down to, we're going to work on the pronunciation here. It is in France, southern France. It is spelled, for those of you in the United States, it's spelled nice, but it is pronounced Nice. Nice. What you would think would be close to the plural of moose, meese, which is actually not the plural of moose. The plural of moose is moose. But it is pronounced Nice with an N, Nice. Kind of like a niece and a nephew. That would be the pronunciation. So, that's where we're going. Southern France, and in the 737-800 for British Airways. British Airways actually operates this route, but it doesn't do it with the 737. It actually does it with the A321. But my prowess in the A321 is not quite up to snuff, and for my first stream back, I didn't want to look like an idiot. So that's why we're doing it in the venerable 737 that I know a lot better than the A320. So. We have to go through here and do our obligatory shout-outs to the people who are here, or the people who were here when I first turned the stream on, or I guess scheduled it. Clorox Bleach showed up right away, declaring himself a cow. I'm not sure what's up with that. Phoenix Azure Gaming was the second one here, first to the like, apparently. Debbie Locke has already been here. And was fighting with the NightBot. Of course, Tim was already here checking out the route, which the route wasn't there yet, so it is now. So if you type in route for a NightBot, they will tell you the route that we have scheduled. Hans Vincent is here. Kelsey Bovias? Sorry, I'm butchering that. I apologize. Restless EMT is here. Brennan23. Brian Gren is back. Kramer, how you doing? Flight Sim Smart apparently can only be here for a short time because he's got other stuff to do. I understand Wednesday night is a school night now for most of you guys. And again, you join me when you can. I understand if you can't be here for every one of them. I don't think I would be able to be here for every one of them. So, I mean, obviously I am because it's my stream, but if I was watching, is my point. Let's see, moving on. Tyson Harris is here. Hello, Sir Logan Gaming. Eduardo Jose Ventimilla. Roasty Plays. Good to see you. Roger Jose Salas. Hello, sir. I have been good. It hasn't really been a vacation per se. It was just a vacation from streaming. So I was still around just getting stuff done around the house. So, but thank you. I appreciate you asking that. It was very nice. Excuse me. Just had dinner and now I'm fighting it. Okay. Nathan Graham, thank you for being here. Good to see you. Something just like shifted on me. The Flying Squirrel says, hello, Bonewinkle. Hello, Rocky. Oh, that's awesome. All right, and of course Tim is here. NightBot did NightBot not respond to you, Tim, when you put you put iRoute, exclamation route, Tim, not iRoute. Let's see, who did I miss? Mr. Zach Games is here. 4 hours flight today and crash. Oh, that sucks. Kalimu is here. Good to have you again, sir. Welcome back. Hot Airplane is here, and Double E's. It sounds like what's that movie? Is it The Rocker? No, not The Rocker. Shoot. Something Rock. I don't know. It's like a musical, and one of the they try to turn him into a hip hop guy. It's like Joshy Z and Z Guys, and it's just what it reminds me of. Anyway, I'll remember what it's called later. Rock of Ages. There it is. Now I remembered it. Just got to think about something else. All right. I am not from Texas, if you're asking me. You're probably asking Kramer. Yeah, Kramer is in Texas. Donald J. Trump just subscribed. Well, thank you, sir. Glad you're here. This is going to be the best stream ever. It's going to be so good. Everyone's going to love it. We're going to go down to Nice. It's going to be perfect. The flight attendants are great. So you're just going to love it. Anyway, sorry, I had to do that. All right. But thank you for subscribing, sir. Alrighty. It'd be really funny if that was actually Donald J. Trump, but I doubt that very much. Anyway, I think he's got other things to do. Okay. Let's see. Did you do FMC yet? No, I did not. We're going to do that in just a second. So, Captain Nate Dogg, how's it going? You're in Louisiana. That's awesome. Yeah. By the way, a shout out to all of you guys. Anyone who's in the Houston, Corpus Christi area or was and has left. You know, sorry. I mean, I hate to hear what's going on down there. It is a tragedy with Hurricane Harvey and all the flooding that's going on as a result of that. So, um, you know, be if you guys are religious spiritual, be praying for those guys down there because they are being put through the ringer right now, and it can't be fun. So, TeamSpeak is not up yet. I put on TeamSpeak once we get into the cruise, so we will get that back up again today, but not till we get in the cruise. So, I'm glad to hear, Kramer, that your house did not flood. That is wonderful news. All right, take your health care. I bought my own healthcare, so you can do what you want. Donald Trump. Oh, it's funny. Anyway, okay. Passengers are already boarding. The baggage is already loaded. That already happened. Let's go ahead and do the walk around real quick, and then let's get flying, because it's been a week and a half, and I feel like I've been on the ground too long. All right, so we're going to come around here to the nose and start there. We're looking at the nose gear, and by the way, I still need to read that walk around thing that Tim gave me. We have a weevil problem here at the house, so I've been fighting that all week. But anyway, checking out the nose gear, the tires look good, the landing light looks good, no signs of hydraulic leaks, the doors and stuff are all shut right here. We've got the pitot tubes, which have covers, which are going to be taken off in a moment, along with the angle of attack indicator right there. Nose cone, radome look good. We've got ground power connected right here for the aircraft right now. There it is hooked in. We'll remember to disengage that before they disconnect it so we don't kill any of the ground crew people, because that would be bad. Checking around the side here, we got our static ports. They look good and clear and clean. We'll be closing that in a second there. We got landing lights and the wing route all look okay and good. Engine mount looks good. Fan blades all look good and clear. No signs of damage, no signs of debris, no signs of bird ingestation. How's that for a word? Let's see here. We got the leading edge of the wing. Looks good. I apparently did not turn on the nav lights already, so I want to remember to do that when I get back in the cockpit. It's a bad on me. And all of the control surfaces are in the upright position, as they should be. Exhaust looks nice and clear on engine number 2. Tires and brakes look good on the right main, along with the hydraulics and the shock absorber. All look nice and clean and clear. No leaks. It's nice not having to dodge around the ground crew people. Alright, we're in, this is Golf Victor Alpha Bravo Alpha today. Or VABA, not to be confused with ABBA. This is VABA. We will not be playing any ABBA. This is VABA. Alright. All of you kids in the stream have no idea what ABBA is. Okay, Tim knows what ABBA is, and maybe like 2 or 3 others of you, but no one else is going to know what that is. Okay. Alright, checking out the vertical and horizontal stabilizers. Everything is looking good. It's raining from a very light cloud. It's one of those, looks like it should be raining over there, but above me, maybe not so much. I don't know. Whatever. It's England, it's always raining. What do you expect? APU looks good and clear. Little skid strike stuff looks good. Looks okay. No damages. And the left side of the fuselage looks good. We have this little deal here, the hot little guy. We've got good-looking tires and brakes and shock absorber there. No signs of hydraulic leaks. The exhaust on engine number 1 looks okay. Control surfaces on the left wing are all in the upright position, as they should be. Winglet there looks good. No signs of problems or damage. No dents or obvious damage on the leading edge of the wing. And there we go. Front of the engine there looks good. No signs of damage. No debris. No dents. Landing lights and the wing root look good there. We've got external air supply right there. And try not to walk into the air supply. And we got the static ports on the captain's side. All look good there too. So that completes our walk around. We will now get back onto the airplane and get her set up. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at chat here again and see what we got here. Dancing Queen. All right. I'm glad to make you happy. All right. Oh yeah, okay. Well, actually, I thought what you sent me was for the 757 walk around, but maybe that was some. Oh, that was the approach briefing and stuff. That's right. I'm getting all mixed up. You have 7 AP classes. Basically, you're in college then. All right, well done. Because that's what those are. I'm glad some of you know ABBA. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, London weather. That's right. No, not Tim Walters. This is, well, maybe it's Tim Walters. I don't know. Bailey, welcome to the stream. Sunset. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, good for that. Yeah, ABBA. Yeah, Swedish group, ABBA, yeah. Miss, do you like the video I sent you? Yes, I did. That was good. Future World Gamer, hello, sir. Sup, you? Okay. What's your name? My name is Mike. But you can call me Moose. Alright. Let's get this guy set up, because we need to go. We got to go. Alright. We'll turn the dome light on here. Let's get the IRSs booting up. Check our lights. Yaw damper can go on. These are all on both, as they should be. Let's go ahead and check the fuel cross feed. We got a valve in transit light. The valve is open. The valve in transit. The valve is closed. Alright, good deal. Fuel pumps are all off, as they should be. We're on ground power. Let's see, we want this on ground power right there. 115 volts, 402 hertz, 66 amps, and 28 volts DC. Good deal. Those are all on. Let's see here, coming on down. That's when ground power is selected. I wish there was like a light that told you it was activated, because it just stays that ground power available. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Let's see, turn those on here. Those are all normal. That should be armed. Seatbelt sign needs to be on. Window heat. Come on, we'll turn the pitos on once we get going. Those are correct. And trim air is on. That's good. Recircs are auto. Packs are off because we're on other air. And I will set this up in a moment. Let's go ahead and get our nav lights on. Yeah, that's all good there. Okay. Wonderful. Coming down around here, we're going to test our oxygen. Good test. And I'm going to turn on the main panel lights. I'm not going to turn on the other stuff because I don't need them at the moment. Let's go ahead and get our light test here. Make sure everything is illuminated. Looking for any lights that are out. Any lights that should be on that are not. Those are all blinky. That's fun. And looks like we got a good test there, so we'll change that back down bright. I'm going to leave all that alone at the moment. That will set up with the flight plan in a moment. Same thing here. I don't think there's anything else I really need to do at the moment here. We're not using ATC, so I'm just giving myself a random squawk code. 4520, that sounds like a good one. Alright, let's see if I can test that right now. I don't know if that'll work in this state. Might. It might. So, okay. Boarding has already been happening, and it has happened, so yeah, we're already boarded. We just need to get this ready to go. I had one of those Stouffer's lasagnas for dinner because I needed it to be quick so we could get moving. I do have a beard-ish. It's really more of a goatee, but so it's a mustache beard in one. It's the combination package. It's very exclusive, and so yeah. Alright. I know, X-Plane 11. Well, we'll get it eventually. Don't worry. Don't worry. Alright, let's get this all set up here. So we need to get the... Oops. We need to get the IRS position in here aligned. Bingo. We are at EGLL, Echo Golf Lima Lima, which is Heathrow. Actually, gate 319. I don't think it's going to let me do that. I'll try it, though. Oh, it did. Check that out. Hmm. Fancy schmancy. Alright, cool. Alright, EGLL, and we are going to LF. By the way, for those of you, it's kind of a fun thing to learn here for European ICAO codes, and it doesn't work with all of them, but it works with most of them. So, if you think about it, E for Europe, and then GLL is the reference to Heathrow. So, but the G is really for like Great Britain. So most of the airports in Great Britain are EG for Europe, Great Britain. There's the like K is all the United States. So just by seeing EG, you can know it's in Great Britain. And then LL for Heathrow, and then CC I think is Manchester. And so sometimes they make some sense, sometimes they don't. But you know that can help. But it only works that the E for Europe only works for the top half of Europe. So you have to understand that. So the bottom half of Europe, the like Italy and Spain and France and Switzerland, I think Austria falls in that same vein, are L. And so you can think of L for lower Europe. So minus the E. But so for France, it's F as their country code. So it's LF, and then the two remaining letters for the airport. So Nice is MN. I'm not sure what the M gets in there for, but the N makes some sense for Nice, I guess. And so yeah. So just a little trivia for you there. So LF. So we're going to France. By the way, for those of you that are curious, Spain is LE. Now, a lot of you would go, well, that doesn't make any sense. It should be LS. Well, no, because Spain in Mexico is pronounced España. So it is E. So there you go. LFMN. And we are BAW. If I can find B. BAW. It's only the second letter. BAW 348 today, or Speedbird 348, as it would be known. We are going to be taking off on runway 27 right, is the plan. And now let's have a look at the flight plan, which I know you're all dying to look at. So here is SimBrief. Here is the flight plan. The plan of flight. So by the way, trivia, LIMC, what country is this in? If you guessed Italy, you are correct. Because there's Lower Europe and I for Italy. Okay, moving on. Okay, we're going to be at flight level 370. We're going to be taking 18,053 pounds of fuel. Airtime, so flight time today is going to be about an hour and 50 minutes or so. This is not... Oh, I should explain. So, as you know, how do you add people into your FSX? I have no idea. It's just me in here. I have no idea. I think you're thinking if this was multiplayer, and it is not at the moment. I don't usually do multiplayer stuff on Wednesday because I don't have a lot of time. If we're going to do multiplayer, it's going to be a Saturday or a Friday. Just FYI. Anyway, explaining. It is clearly, if you're in Europe, if you're from Europe, if you live in Europe at the moment, it is clearly nighttime over there. In fact, it's very nighttime. And yet, outside the windows of the cockpit here, it's daytime, as you can see. Dang, I've got this bug in front of me. Get out. Sorry. Fighting with insects. So, because of my time difference, I am 7 hours after Zulu time, or 8 hours after British summertime, because they're offset for, as I hit the mic, they're offset for daylight savings time. So there's an 8-hour difference. So if I get off work, or even if I start streaming, in the morning, it's already late evening over there. So we're going to be always flying in Europe at night if I do real world time. So that's just not going to happen. We'll do occasionally. We will do it sometimes, but we're not going to do it today. So I have set this for a realistic time of departure that this flight normally goes, which is it leaves right around 4:15 British summertime. And so currently UTC then is, which I can't see because I put that right in the way. It is 15:08, which is 16:08 British time, because that's Zulu. So we're about 7 or so minutes from planned departure. So just so you know, we're using real world weather, but not current real world weather. We're using archived weather. So it's weather that actually happened when it happened, but that was several hours ago now. So just know that. So if you guys are looking up the current METAR, it's not necessarily going to match the METAR that's in the sim, because you have to subtract a few hours. Okay, Mystery Person 22. Why do you keep asking the same question? I already answered. I said I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know why you're trying to do it, but you're asking the wrong person now. And if you keep asking the same question, we're going to block you. So just know that. No one likes anyone who's annoying, and shouting over and over again does not get you noticed, it gets you booted. The squeaky wheel gets the grease until the grease doesn't work, and then the squeaky wheel gets eliminated. Words to live by. Okay. I bought this plane from PMDG. PMDG.com. Okay. Moving on. Rant over. Let's see. We have on board today, we have 127 people on board. We have about 77,700 pounds of cargo, I believe. We're flying 370, and here's our route. So we're going to take the mid-4F, mid-4 Foxtrot, departure to the, I think Midhurst is what this VOR is, by the way, I believe, Midhurst. Using the UL612 airway to Resmi, then to UM728 to Abipa, UM133 to Luriga, UY30 to Latam, and then UY22 to Nisar, and we're going to take the Nisa 6R arrival into Nice. So, that's what that looks like. Final reserves today looks like we're on the order of, let's see, 6.4, if I'm doing my quick math right, roughly so. And we can have a look at this. This isn't going to necessarily have a whole lot of bearing for us, but this probably is still in the area, so we're probably going to have some weather going through here up at altitude. These are isolated cumulonimbus right across the heart of France. You can see Nice is almost not in France. It's almost in Italy. It's right here. Kind of right. There's a little bit of space there, but not much. Here is our alternate, by the way, LIMC in northern Italy. And yeah, so we're going to take across the English Channel, right down through, pretty close to Paris actually, and then right down the heart of France and down around into Nice. That's going to be our route. So there you have it. There you have it. I'm going to move this over here so I can program this. What time I'll be landing? When we get to Nice. Okay. Oh, no. Those people, sorry. Okay, I misunderstood your question. Those people are avatar sprites. They're not avatars. They don't represent actual people. Those are, that's GSX. That's a program called GSX from FS Dream Team. That provides ground crew and stuff like that. So, yeah, I thought you meant like multiplayer. How do you get added into the thing? So, yeah. Those aren't people on here that are there. That's just, yeah. Channel's been okay. It's been dormant for the last week and a half because I've been on channel vacation. So, yeah. All right. There's the Midhurst 4F. And there's no transition, so that's fine. So, let's go back to route. We'll go down here. And for Midhurst, we have the UL612. UL612. If I put it in the right place, that would help. Yeah. RESMI. RESMI. Let's see, who's that? Diogratis Meombo. Thank you for subscribing, sir. Welcome aboard. UM728. 728. Boop. There we go. Nope. Again. See, Yes, I know it's an airway. I just don't. My hand doesn't know it's an airway. OBEPA. OBEPA. And UM133. Let's see if I can get this right this time. UM133. 33. Thank you. LERGA. ERGA. Lurgat. UY30. UY. No, that can't be more than that. What? UI. Oh, it is just UY30. Okay. Thought I saw another one in there. To LATAM. LATAM. Go down here, next page. UY22. And that takes us to NISAR. 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 Blunk. And from there, we have the arrival. And it is the NISA 6. Oops. 6R. And I believe we are expecting 22 left today. I think is what it was. Oh, maybe it was 22. Wait, was it 22 left or 22 right? What did they tell me? Stand by. Stand by. Does it tell me in my... Where does it tell me? It tells me somewhere. I think. This, well, maybe not. Well, not there anyway. Huh. Well, it told me what to expect on the original thing. And at the time I thought, 2-2, that doesn't make any, but now that I think about it, it makes more sense. Oh, there we go. Nope, that says 17 right, but that's for LIM. Why do you give me a runway for the alternate, and you don't give me a runway for the actual destination? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Huh. Yeah, what's up with that? Somewhere it should list. Oh wait, here we go. ICAO flight plan, maybe? No. Seriously? That's airport weather. That's helpful, but not what I want. Huh. Alright, well, whatever. I think it makes... Well, 2-2 left. Yeah, okay, so yeah, oh, it was... Okay, yeah, because I was thinking it was backwards, but this makes more sense now that... Yeah, because I was thinking of it backwards. So yeah, 2-2 left is right. Okay, and then we need to know what our transition is, and I need to pull that up on the chart to do that. So let's do that. On the arrival for this... stars... Oh, I'm guessing it's this. Let's see here. NISAR 6 right brings us in... Well, if we're going to land on 2-2, why are we coming in that way? Yeah, you think we're coming over here. But I guess... Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. We'll cycle around or do whatever. Okay, so Star West, we're going to come in. Our final is... oh, it's a Moose. Okay, so it's that guy. That's what we want. Boop. Alright, back to route. Do we have any discontinuities? No, good. So we're going to activate that. Execute that. Let's go look at our legs here. And before we do anything else, we are going to look at the departure and arrivals and make sure our altitude stuff is correct in there, because I'm not getting burned by this approach stuff again. So, yeah, I see that now, Tim. That's what was confusing me. So, we will swing. Not like that. EGLL. One more L. There we go. Okay, so our departure is the Midhurst. Where are you at? I guess it's that guy. Maybe? It's the Midhurst 4, isn't it? 4F, 4 Foxtrot? Yeah. Okay, so the departure is pretty simple. If we're taking off 27 right, We're basically taking straight out departure, and then we're going to join the 162 degree radial from Burnham and fly that, staying below, above 4,000 feet by 12 miles from Burnham. Oh, so wait, D12 lawn. Where's lawn? Oh, is that the London VOR? Oh, okay. Yeah. So, all right. So here, this is going to be kind of confusing. All right. So the departure is as such. It's a straight out departure, and then join the 162 radial from Burnham VOR at 12 on that 162 radial at 12 miles from the London VOR, but on that radial, we need to be about 4,000 feet. And at that point, we start our turn to 192 degrees to join the 192 bearing to Midhurst. And at 10 miles from Midhurst, we should be at 5,000, be about 5,000 feet. No speed restrictions, and we're supposed to be at 6,000 feet at Midhurst. So, and 6,000 feet, by the way, is transition altitude in England, at least in the London area. I've heard that it's 3,000 feet other places, but in London it's 6,000. Transition altitude in Nice and in most of France is 5,000, so we'll know that as well. Yeah. So we don't climb above 6,000 until we reach Midhurst, and then it's up to cruising altitude. So that's going to be our restrictions. There's no speed restrictions, just aside from our normal 250 below 10,000, but just the initial. Yeah. Oh, there's actually more speed. There's no more. Oh, they have more things on here. Hang on a second. There's an insert that I did not notice. So at D2, it doesn't really mean anything to me. D5, let's turn. So actually at D8 from lawn, we should be above 3,000. At D12 above 4,000. And at D10 above 5,000 from Midhurst. So I don't think any of those will be a problem for us. We'll be able to climb pretty easily. We're not that heavy today. So the altitude restriction should not be a problem. We're just going to remember to stay below 6,000 until we get to Midhurst. So, all right. So let's check and see what we got here. So here they are in here. So that's good. So these are those little marks here. So we got 3,000 above, 4,000 above, 5,000 above, and then 6,000 at Midhurst right there. So that's good. So those are all there, as we would expect. And then at we haven't set our altitude yet, so it doesn't really know that. So those will probably change. But let's go look at the one for France. LFMN. And our star from the west here. Alright, from the Nissar 6, so we're going to cross Nissar below 34,000 feet. So Nissar 340 below, okay, that's correct. At Exerbi, we need to be between 20,000 feet and 32,000 feet. And that is correct. Dottig is above flight level 2,000 feet, so flight level 2,000 above, good. That is correct. At Vedic, we need to be between 240 and 2,000. Sorry, 240 and 200. Can't talk. So that's correct. And then at Amphu is below 160. And so that's correct. And I think that is our last. Yeah, that's our last altitude. Oh, sorry, no. At Tippik, we need to be at 12,000. There we go. And at 250 knots. Max 250 knots. I don't think I saw any other speed restrictions. I think that was the only one, that last one there. Yeah. Okay, so that's correct. And then let's look at the approach for 22 left. That's not helpful to me. What is that? 22 left initials. Oh, that's interesting. RNAV. That's 22, okay. Wait, what just happened? Sorry guys, my iPad's being stupid, or sorry, how dare I call it an iPad? My tablet's being stupid. LFMN. Dude, this is what I get for not flying for a while. I'm rusty. No, not that. Okay. Alright, well that doesn't make any sense. Nears, and then just vectors to... That seems odd. So I'm just on my own. Is it supposed to just be vectors to final, I guess? I mean, I can do that. I don't care. But it just seems odd. I see ILS. RNAV. Well, that makes a little more sense. Okay, there we go. Aha. Alright, so from Mus. Mus. Now, see, they want us to be at... Oh, typic 12,000. Yeah, so at Mus we should be above 8,000, which is just vectors at that point to Mus NB. Is that a... Not sure what that is. Great Cube, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. Sorry, this is kind of boring, guys. I'm trying to get my routing right here. And then 402... Yeah, see, that's not what any of this is. It's MN410. Okay, so that's not this. So where is the... Maybe it's one of these. Nope. 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 This is really strange. David Hart, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. Whatever that is. But also not what I need. And this guy, same thing, not helpful. Yeah, I'm trying to, with the problem here, guys, I'm trying to find the chart that reflects the thing I put in here, but I'm not seeing what I entered. So it's kind of strange. I don't know, maybe it's just the French. There's this IAC initials, which we're not really doing. We're not really doing IAC, but okay. And there's RNAV. But the RNAV is kind of close. Does this have MNAX on it? Yeah, okay. 3,000, 210. Alright, basically we need to get ourselves to there. That's the vectors to that. Okay, this makes more sense now. And that's above 3,000, max 210. So that's correct, yeah. And then I'm 22, max 185. 185, yeah, okay. Okay, that's right. Alright, it was just very strange. Okay. Flying in Europe, gotta get used to it. Not sure what you mean in the game. Are you talking to me, Tim, or something else? Because I'm not sure what I was referring to if I said in the game. Okay, so I think we are correct there. Let's move on. 0 fuel weight. Can I do this again? Yes. Okay, good. 121.2 just to save time. 6.4 is our reserves. Put that there. We need to fuel up, by the way. I didn't put the fuel in. Let me do that real quick because that's going to throw off my numbers. I'm just going to throw off my numbers. Fuel should not be that. It should be... Where's my magic fuel number? 18053. 18053. Boom. There we go. Really? Do we have a problem with our payload? Yes, we do. Let's even these out then, I guess. Let's take off 300, so let's make this 4,200. Let's make that 3,500. There we go. You like that. Okay. C. There we go. And fuel 18.3. Okay, there we go. Cost index is 80. Flight level is 370. Going to execute that. Transition altitude is not 18,000 feet. It is 6,000 feet. We are going to derate today because we got plenty of runway, and we're light. So I'm going to derate 2. We should be able to do that, no problem. Takeoff will be at flaps 5. And trim will be 5.01. V speeds 137, 137, 144. And the runway is wet today. Oh, I changed that. There we go. Yeah, so let's go bang out. Should have done that first. Nope. Alright. 123, 131, and 140. Okie dokie. It's interesting they got lower with the wet runway. Whatever. Okay. It's very strange. And that is all set. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. That took a lot longer than I had planned on, but such is life. Let's go ahead and close the door and get this thing buttoned up, because I think we are now ready to go. Well, just about. Actually, sorry, no, we are not ready to go, just about, because I haven't done something yet. So stand by while I pull up what I need to pull up, because it went away. It has betrayed me. Come on. Come on, sometime today. There you go, flight bag. And I want... Where are you at? You. You are what I want. Okay. Alright. In fact, let me look at this here. Alright, so let's look at takeoff briefing. This is going to be a little rough because I didn't plan this out as well as I should have because of time, and it's been a while. So, Tim, you'll have to catch me if I miss something here. But alright, so looking at the weather quickly. Current weather is variable at 3 knots, basically 10-mile visibility. Few clouds at 3,000, broken at 16,000. Temperature 28, dew point 21, QNH 10.14, 10.014, 1014 if I can talk. And there is rain, so we got wet runway forecast going on here for our departure. So that is going to be what we need for that. For our weather briefing, let me bring back up the chart here, because when you look at our terrain obstacles, we kind of briefed the departure already, but I want to go over that just in quick glance as part of the departure brief. We are at gate 319, and we're going to be taking off on runway 27 right. It will be a flaps 5 departure. Standard, almost standard departure. We're going to be derating thrust, derate standard 2. Our taxi, we're over here by taxiway Foxtrot, so we're probably going to be taking Foxtrot up to Bravo, and then Bravo on over to up to Kilo to Alpha, and then Alpha over to Alpha 1 for 27 right. So that'll be our routing for that. Looking at the area, our MSA for our westbound departure is 2,200 feet for that area as we climb out. No significant mountains to worry about. It's London, so that's at least simple enough. The departure route today is going to be the Midhurst 4 Foxtrot, which takes us westbound and then intercepts the Burnham 162 radial, the Burnham VOR, staying under 3,000 feet on the initial departure till about 8 miles from Lawn, and then 12 miles from Lawn, going southerly, we should be below 4,000, or should be above 5,000 rather, 3,000, above 3,000 on the other one, and then at 10 miles from Midhurst, going on the 192 bearing, we will be at above 5,000. Going no higher than 6,000 until Midhurst. Brady Johnson, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. And that is going to be the departure. No speed restrictions of departure aside from the 250 below 10,000 feet. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let's see, what did I not do? So our flaps today are going to be flaps 5. V-speeds, like I said, are going to be 1, 2, 3 for V1. 131 is rotate, and 140 V2. We're going to set 155 as V2 plus 15 in the box. 155. There we go. Initial altitude restriction, we need to be below 6,000 feet. All the other ones are just above by, so we're going to leave those the same. But 6,000 is our restriction. So we'll set that there. We have 18,000 pounds of fuel on board, and our takeoff weight is about 139,000 pounds. We got about 0.5 or so for taxi fuel. That'll be fine. There are no abnormalities really on the takeoff, other than the fact that it is a wet runway, so we're going to be careful of that. And no other serious issues for the takeoff, no special passengers or anything like that I'm aware of, aside from all you fine people. So, with that, the briefing is complete. I'm sure I missed stuff, and Tim can fill me in on what that is. Alright, let's go back to the map here, and let's get ready to taxi. To the part you all came to see, flying. Imagine that. Alright, let's close the door. Close the door. Shut the door. Keep out the devil. Sorry. Next, close. Close. And we're going to need to start the APU so we can get that disconnected. So let's go ahead and do that. While the APU is starting, we're going to move the jet bridge out of the way. And I'm going to call them to get hooked up. And we're going to push the nose to the left, yeah. Hasten in. That is not nice. Keep the language to yourself. I said how to get to the runway. I told you what taxiways I was taking and everything. Did you not hear me? I said we're going to take Foxtrot up to Bravo, Bravo to Kilo, Kilo to Alpha, Alpha to Alpha 1.
Hello, Captain.
Yes, Juan is here. He just pulled up to push us back. I can't look at the sub because I don't see that until I'm done streaming, so you're just going to have to tell me. But I hear we're getting awfully close to 2,000, which is fantastic. I was hoping we'd hit that by during the Heathrow run, but that's fine. We'll get it now. Yes, you did miss it. Oh, it's funny. Okay, is our APU running yet? Yes, it looks like it is. So we're going to switch to APU power. And we're going to turn off ground power right there, so that's disconnected, so that way we don't kill anybody. Going to change this over to APU gen. We got good volts on the APU, good. Switch the APU pack on. And we can now disconnect the ground power and disconnect the air. Pitot cover is removed, and parking brake set, so we remove the wheel chocks. And what to be over there? There we go. Alright. That is done. Yes, wonderful. Actually, I want... actually, I'm just going to start our engines. I'll turn them all on right now. Do we have anything in the center? No. Well, 0.8. I don't think that's enough to care, but we'll do it anyway.
Departure check completed. Live has been inserted.
We're going to start pushing back, so beacon on. Turn the logo light on too. Brakes release.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Starting engines now. Alright, fuel pumps are on. We're going to turn the... Oh, the packs were already off. Okay. Packs are off. Ignition is set, and ground start. Oh, the lag. Yeah. Alright, we are finally moving, guys. We are finally moving. You're gonna have to ask your flight attendant about the food on board. I'm not sure what is being served today. Yeah, so somebody let me know when we hit that magic 2,000. I would love to know when we hit 2K. Loving to know. Alright, engine's spooling up nicely. Waiting for a starter cutout. How is Juan doing? Oh, he's doing okay. So far, so good. Okay, there's a starter cutout, so we'll go ahead and start number 1. It's not exclusively Airbus, David, just because they make it here. Also, I'm no bloody good at flying the Airbus, that's why. I can admit it. I will fly the Airbus here, don't worry, but I need to get better at it. I didn't want to do that for the first one back. Easton Barker, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. I guess we can move that out of the way. Yes, this is a 737. You are correct. You are correct, sir.
Set parking brake.
Setting parking brake. Really? They assemble Airbus in the U.S.? Where? Vladdy GD, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. Yeah, guys, hit that subscribe button and smash that like button down. We gotta get lots of likes, guys. I've been gone for a week and a half. Let's see the love. All right. We're going up to 37,000 feet. We need to set that real quick. Let's see what I say. Yeah, this needs to be that. It's 015. I think is what I said. Right?
Unlocking gear.
14. It's close. There we go.
Tow truck disconnected. Line nuts being removed.
Excellent. Okay. Generators on. And we'll turn the other electronic hydraulic pumps on. We'll turn the pitos on at this point. Turn the dome light off. Everyone wave bye to Juan.
Left is clear.
Did a good job today.
Right is clear.
Really? Alabama and Georgia, they're assembling Airbuses now. I did not know that. Interesting. I'll look that up. Set RTO here, and we need to... Can I check the... Probably not. Yeah, I don't know why they eliminated that from the... whatever. It's annoying. It's annoying. And we'll set flaps 5. Gas is off. We're going to taxi, so let's go ahead and put it in transponder mode. Where are you going, Juan? That's the grass. There you go. Had to do something, didn't he? Alright, taxi lights, turn off lights on. I think we are ready to go. Parking brake off. Let's move under our own power now, what shall we? Well, Airbus as a company obviously is... Oh, dang it, I do that every time. Airbus as a company is obviously still European, but I mean it's like Ford. I mean, take Ford for example. There's a line of their cars that are built in Mexico. Is it still an American company? Yeah, but they have their plants and assembly places other places around the world. I mean, Boeing is American, and most of the aircraft now are built, you know, in a billion different countries and just assembled in Washington. Or, I think North Carolina, they have an assembly for the Dreamliner now. I think. So. It's an international, it's a global world. Yeah, Airbus is kind of a hodgepodge of a couple different European. Their final assembly's in Toulouse, France, but they, you know, a lot of their stuff's made in Britain and in Germany and all over the place. So, yes, 737s are built largely in Wichita. Actually, there's a bunch of final assembly is done in Renton, but up by Washington, up in Washington. So yeah. Alright, so this is going to take us Foxtrot to Bravo. Bravo, sir. Bravo. How do you have other airlines over there? I don't know what you mean. Please clarify your statement. I do not understand. Well, yeah, Poland is in Europe. Wait, Poland is in Europe. Yes, it is. Good. You know your geography, yes. What's the... Poland Airlines has Boeing 787... Well, yeah, no. Again, Boeing isn't excluded from Europe, and vice versa. I mean, United Airlines flies Airbuses, and so does American Airlines, and so does Delta. Everyone flies most of these companies fly both Boeing and Airbus. It's just one is based in the U.S. and one is based in Europe. That could be too. This is all Ultimate Traffic 2, and it knows that I'm in Europe now, so it's throwing in European carriers. So that's why you're getting stuff that we haven't seen before in America, because you normally wouldn't see, you know, LOT, Polish Airlines in Fresno, obviously. Yeah, that's all. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's all Ultimate Traffic 2. Yeah, I don't like the stupid FSX defaults that orbit Pacifica and Global Freightways, whatever it is. Yeah, my virtual airline flies all over the world. We have a few hubs in Europe. Heathrow is actually one of our hubs. Frankfurt is one of our hubs. We closed our Madrid hub because it didn't take off. Let's see what else. There's another one in Europe somewhere I'm thinking of. I don't know if we closed our Athens hub or not. We had one in Athens. So, yeah, Ultimate Traffic 2 does cost money. At this point, though, I wouldn't worry about Ultimate Traffic 2. Flight 1 finally just came out with a new one, or they're coming out with it. I think it's like Ultimate Traffic Live or something. I have not looked into it yet, so I don't know. Last I saw, it was slated to be released, but then I saw a fully loaded with Frugal the other day about the CRJ, and he was using it. So I don't know if it's out, or if he just has access to it, or if it's in early access, or if it's in beta. I really don't know. I don't know what. There's no taxiway marker on this guy, so I'm guessing that is not Kilo. Might have been. I'm not sure. Take Lima too if we have to. Ronnie, how's it going? CRJ, it's Canadair. I have a feeling it's somewhere in Canada, but I don't know where. Tim might know. Cairo, how's it going? Montreal, Canada, there we go. Gemini Jets, thank you for that. And hello to you, Gemini Jets. I'm going to take this because I think this is what I wanted. I could be wrong. I'll probably live to regret that decision. Like many, many of my other decisions in life. No, Westwind is not even my VA. I mean, that's the VA I fly for, but it is not my own VA. I am on staff, but I am not the end-all, be-all. It's been around a lot longer than than I have as a YouTube personality, that's for sure. No, Westwind. It's flywestwind.com is the airline webpage. So go check it out if you're interested in flying for us. We'd love to have you. Do you have any future plans? Aren't all plans, for the most part? Well, I guess so. In some sense, any plan is a future plan, right? You can't have post plans. Sorry to be a butt. Couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. If you mean, are you talking about for me as like a career, or are you talking about as the stream? No, you didn't miss anything. We haven't taken off yet. We're just finally leaving, and I'm seeing a slight problem here. Well, this is awkward. Okay. Appears that they changed the taxiways around. My map is no longer accurate. It doesn't tell you where Moose works on there, but I'll tell you, I work as a facility manager at a church in Fresno. Yeah, well, I'm out of practice, so it took a little longer today. I had some issues with my plates. I'm flying in Europe for the first time, so I gotta get used to that. So, do you have to be streamers to join you? Join me in what? On TeamSpeak? Because most people who join me on TeamSpeak are not streamers, so the answer to that would be no. And where on earth? Okay, so my whole plan to get to the runway basically ate itself, but I think this will do it over here. Alpha ends up going funny around. I will find my way. Alright. Actually, I guess that's Kilo, technically. Yeah, whatever. It's all wrong. Yeah, if you mean Westwind, no, you do not have to be streamers to join. You don't have to. There's no requirement to join Westwind other than just, you know, wanting to be a flight simmer. So just like any other VA, like I said, I don't control it, so it's not up to me. I just work there. Yep, tour to Heathrow. We'll get wristbands made. You can all live strong or fly strong or something. And then it'll all go wrong with some kind of giant doping scandal. Like the TeamSpeak. Oh yeah, so TeamSpeak, no, you do not need to be, you just need to have TeamSpeak, which is free, TeamSpeak client, not the server, the TeamSpeak client. And I will be turning that on once we get up to cruising altitude here in just a little bit. So don't worry about it now, but I'll get you the info to join that once we get in the air and we're stabilized. Yes, Tim, anything beats tour to ABQ. Never gonna live that one down. Never gonna live it down. Not that I necessarily deserve to live it down, but, you know. Alright, this is good enough. We don't need to save 5 feet. Let's do this. Oh, I'll have to turn the TCAS on. Let's do that. Traffic. Looks clear to me. Okay. Wunderbar. Yeah, look, what do you know? A runway. This is OBS. And it's actually to stream, so it's not really recording. It's not recording to my computer, it's just streaming. It records to YouTube automatically, and then FSW. You mean Flight Sim World? We don't have any support for it yet because it's still early access. But I mean, what is this guy doing? I guess he's taking off that way. That's fun. I'm ignoring air traffic control, so things like this will happen. I don't care. Okay. The winds are variable, so you can gotta go either way you want. And I'm sure FSX defaults to the wrong runways, and that's probably why. Okay. Yeah, I'm not using TeamSpeak because, I'm not using air traffic control because it's stupid. And I got tired of it. So there goes a friend in the opposite direction. Alright, landing lights are on. Seatbelt signs are on. RTO, flaps, and trim. We did not set yet. Trim E75. There we go. Okay. Now we're good. Alright, flight director. I don't think I can do... Oh, I can do that. LNAV. Wait. Oh, there's VNAV. You can't do that. Okay. is what I'm looking to do. Here we go. I'm looking away from chat now so I can fly the plane. Toga. Is that flap in my way? It's a rainy day in London. One wave can go out of the Queen.
Rotate. V2.
Oh, this is great. Gear up. Whoa! What the heck was that? That is an FSX glitch if I ever saw one. I don't know that you can go from 0 to 30 degrees in an instant. What the crap? Make sure my yoke is not stupid. And that's the center tanks. Yeah, I don't think they last very long. Switching to climb 2. Going through the clouds. Going through the clouds. I hit the gear. Apparently, listen, probably because the thing jolted to the side. It's fun. Following that little magenta line. Flaps come up to 1. Remember, we need to stay below 6,000 feet until we get to Midhurst. These flaps up. Alright guys, yeah, hit that subscribe button if you're just joining me. Let's get that up. We're so close to 2,000 subs. You gotta get that up to 2,000. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button at the very least too. Coming up on 6,000 feet where we will level off until we get to Midhurst. So yeah, like I thought, hitting those altitude restrictions was hitting the altitude requirements was no problem. Let's control our speed on down. And there is 6,000. That over as we admire the clouds and the moon. The only things we can see. Alright. Yeah, subs will come and go, so don't sweat it. That just happens. Please tell me you don't possibly play FSX with your Guitar Hero controller. I don't even know how that would be possible. taxi lights. Let's go find oops. Now we're done. Encrypted pilot, how's it going, sir? What are you? Why did VNAV kick? Why did VNAV kick? What was that? Did I hit something? It's weird. It's very strange. Very strange. Okay. I'm doing well, Encrypted. Just getting back in the swing of things in Flight Sim. We've been MIA for a week and a half from live streaming, so yeah, A380, I got it, I saw it. Oh, 1999, that's the year my Saturn was that I just finally sold recently. I was taking a break from, yeah, TeamSpeak will be coming on in a little bit. I wait till I get to the cruise to do that. I've decided that's a better way for me to go, so. Gemini Jets, alright, when you gotta go, but I'm glad you were here for at least takeoff. It was awesome, man. Alright, we're about 8 or so miles from Midhurst, and then we will continue our climb up to 370. And we'll accelerate once we get above 10,000 to our cruising speed. Alright, thank you for not not chatting while you're in the bathroom. That's always awkward. Love the look of the English countryside down there. It's just beautiful. Even though it is probably all wet. Because England. Oh, it's funny. Oh, sweet hot airplane. Good news. We apparently have reached 2,000 subs. That is awesome. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support, and I will see you to my dog cake. Get my 2,000 and go. No, that's fantastic. I really appreciate the support, guys. I never thought when I started doing this, oh man, it's been 3 months now, I think, that I'd hit that, get that many subs in such a short amount of time. So it really shows you guys' support for the channel. I really appreciate it. It's fantastic. I love having you guys here. It's been fun doing it, and I hope to keep doing it for quite a while longer. So thank you guys so much. Remember my number. I was number 1999. Nice. That's yeah, the year of my Saturn, actually. My Westwind number, my pilot number is 1990, so I'm right in that same vicinity. Thank you, Calimoo. Thank you, Encrypted. Thank you, Kramer. Thank you to all of you who have been here for a while now. I know some of you are just finally tuning into the stream of the last few days or weeks, but some of you guys have been here for quite some time, and even some of you from the beginning. So I really appreciate you guys. Just know that. I feel the love. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and bring this up to 370. Get our butts up to altitude. Boom. VNAV, kick it in. Oh, guys. Yeah, pretty much. Everyone thinks they're not going to get there. I mean, in the grand scheme of YouTubers, 2,000 is nothing for for a lot of YouTubers. So it's still a long way to go to hit the the elusive fame status or whatever you want to call it. But hey, 2,000 is 2,000. That's more people that are in my church. So hey, these are strangers out there watching. So. Speaking of church. Not to get all religious on you for a second, but speaking of church, so I posted. Oh, that's right, we're above transition altitude. That comes a lot earlier now. I posted on Twitter and Facebook. I don't think I did on Instagram because I didn't know how. But a friend of mine at our church is a piano savant and learned to play the organ, and just did an organ concert at our church on Sunday night. and it was spectacular. Oh my goodness, that thing sounded so good. So I posted a video of him practicing one of his pieces on that organ. I think it was a Bach piece, and so check that out if you have a moment. I think Tim saw it, but yeah, his name is Grant. He's actually been on here. I don't know if he's been on. Well, he has been on here live a couple times because he was watching the Run Out of Fuel episode. He's actually into flight himself. He's working on getting his pilot's license. So Grant Smith, if you're watching this, you did a good job the other night. He's a good guy. Yes, the Toccata and Fugue. Yeah, that was him. Which is a really cool piece. He also did my favorite one that he did for the concert, though. He did the Hallelujah chorus on that thing. Oh my goodness! Woo! That gives you chills. It was nice. So, all right, as we're climbing up here, I'm gonna go ahead and get TeamSpeak booted up since we're gonna sail up to cruise. So give me a moment here, guys, and I'll get that going in just a moment. Not now. All right, then connect. Connected. Connected. Wonderful. Okay. And let me go up here to live stream. We'll go back to live stream 3. That's where we were before.
Channel switched.
All right, there we go. All right, so we're in live stream room 3, guys. So if you want to join on TeamSpeak and you know how to do that, then come on in. The water is fine. So the Encrypted's here, and Fat Man Moo is now here. Welcome, guys. And Captain Tim, of course. Would not be a flight without Captain Tim. See. So Encrypted, you said you have some news to share on TeamSpeak?
I do. In fact, so my time in the military is coming to possibly a close here within 2018. So I'm hopefully starting up in October, start taking my general classes for college.
Oh, nice.
If I get out of the college, I am transferred. So I'm going to take out half a semester with one college, and then transfer over to the college I want to go to.
Which is?
Bridgewater State University, Massachusetts.
Okay, cool.
And there I'll be going for an aeronautical science degree with the flight instructor focus.
Nice.
And so when I do that, I'll get called from JetBlue saying I'm on the program, here's what I'm part of. So from there, once I get my course knocked out while I'm still in, I'll get out, I'll go up to the college, I'll finish off my flight degree, graduating from the college as a certified flight instructor both multi-engine complex, hop on with JetBlue after spending a year as an instructor, and flying as a first officer in JetBlue.
Nice. Well, that's awesome.
For those of you who are still in school, school should be starting up here soon. If you're in college, you're looking for a great way and you love aviation. JetBlue has a scholarship program for fresh out of high school. It's through one of the few colleges. Check out JetBlue's website. That tells you what colleges you can go to. But JetBlue has a college gateway program for fresh out of high school. I missed it by 1 year.
Oh.
If I would have known about it, before the Marine Corps, I would have never been in the military. I'd probably be applying for JetBlue right now, or end of this year.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't know they had that program. That's nice.
No, it's pretty new. It's only probably 3 years old now.
Oh wow, cool. Yeah, so that wouldn't have helped me. Ronan, thank you so much. I appreciate that, sir. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If you appreciate this, I would appreciate you. And of course, hit that like button if you don't mind.
I'm afraid of heights.
Then what are you doing here?
You're talking about being a pilot. I'm afraid of heights. That's why I work in a prison.
Oh, well, there you go. At least you work at the prison. You're not in the prison.
Yes, thank God for that.
No one wants to be in the prison. Working in the prison is a whole other ballgame.
Yeah, don't laugh. I'm afraid of heights too. I hate tall buildings and climbing up the scaffolding to get on the 7th floors. But I can fly, no problem.
But see, that's the problem. That's the weird thing, right? I don't like to fly in real life because I'm afraid of heights. It gives me vertigo real bad. But in my flying games like War Thunder and like Flight Simulator, it doesn't bother me.
Well, you say you get vertigo. Do you have any inner ear issues, like with the pressure changes? 'Cause I know that's happened to me in the past.
No, it only happens when I look when I'm in a high place and I look up, I'll get real dizzy.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes when I look down, I'll get real dizzy.
Interesting. Yeah, I had that happen with me. I had an inner ear thing going on a number of years back, and we were flying to Denver out of San Jose to go up to a wedding in Laramie, Wyoming. So we were connecting through Denver, and we're taking off on Frontier out of San Jose. And as the pressure started to change, the whole, like one ear popped and one didn't, and the whole cabin started spinning. And I thought, I found myself for the first time actually reaching for one of the barf bags, thinking, oh my gosh, am I going to need to use this? And thankfully the other ear popped finally, and then it all evened out. But that was not a fun feeling.
So here's a funny thing. I hate heights. Personally, I hate heights. But being a cockpit in your aircraft, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah. Well, there's something to be said for being in a, being high up, but being in a secure kind of a feeling location versus,
Unsecured.
well, yeah, being like on a ladder or something like that, where you feel like you can actually fall that distance. So, but yeah. So anyway. Food for
Well,
thought.
you know as the saying goes, there's more airplanes in the ocean than there are submarines in the sky.
That's true. That's called gravity. That's funny. All right, well, guys, what have you been doing for the last week and a half since you weren't hanging out with me streaming because I wasn't streaming? What have you guys been filling your time with? I know some of you have been
Staying afloat.
feeling.
I released a new episode.
I saw that encrypted. Yeah, very nice.
Well, let's see. I flew to Houston on Monday with Hilda on 89. What was our number? 8988. And we did Atlanta, Houston on a relief flight, and then Houston to Detroit.
Oh, okay. Funsies. Was that 7.5s or 7.6s?
That was a 7.5.
That's fine. Someone was asking on here how they get on to TeamSpeak. I don't know if you ever got. I don't think anyone's posted their credentials yet for that.
Goose, I would suggest adding NightBot as a request for TeamSpeak if you get a chance to.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I will do that. Actually, you know what? Do this. Encrypted, if you can post the link to the TeamSpeak details real quick on the chat, and then I will take that and put that in NightBot right now.
I'll give you other networks.
That will solve that problem. I like solving problems. I do personally. I don't right now stream anything besides Flight Simulator. I play a number of games. I have American Truck Simulator. I have. Yeah. Oh, there it is. I have Car Mechanic Simulator. I've got a number of things that I don't necessarily stream, but I just play for my own fun.
Goat Simulator.
What simulator?
Goat Simulator.
Yes, I've heard of that one. Did I hit save link as? I did. I didn't want to do that. No, copy link address. That's what I want. Okay. And did I leave the NightBot thing there?
Well,
No.
well, I would happily love to stream for everyone if I had a better computer and a better internet connection.
Yeah, that helps.
Dude, I'm still running dual core.
Oh goodness.
From 2013. Actually, probably 2002. Actually, my computer reboots to 2010. My computer's old.
Yes, I guess so.
But my next payware endeavor is probably going to be the Aerosoft CRJ.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that next too. It looks really cool.
And I'll be flying, I think, Now, unfortunately, our one friend can't join us tonight due he's probably flying somewhere.
Who?
And our one friend who
Oh, Will?
works for an airline, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was gonna see him, but I was so night at the time, and I was just dead tired. I couldn't, had like half a tank of fuel left.
Oh, I gotcha.
I really went up and saw him. So I asked him when next time he's going to be in Savannah. I'm happy to be in Savannah.
Gotcha. Is that where you're at currently, or I thought you were in like Carolina somewhere?
I'm in North Carolina. I'm in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
But I'm like really close to Savannah, Charleston. So
I gotcha.
equal distance.
Yeah. I gotcha. Makes sense. Web TV. Yeah, I'd love to do a shared cockpit sometime. Need to figure out how to do that, but yeah, definitely something we want to do.
PMDG. So actually, there is a way to do it for PMDG.
Uh huh.
But you guys share the exact flight plan with each other, or is that gonna work?
What do you mean the exact? I mean, if you're in the cockpit, obviously.
Not. So the only way to do flight sim, which me and Pinto found out, is a thing called Despilot.
Okay.
And Despilot it allows you some of the functionality for PMDG, but not everything. And the FMCs are not synced at all. So yeah, you gotta sync your FMCs in order to do short cockpit.
Oh, I see. So you basically have to enter. You're saying you have to enter the FMC stuff individually, identically, so it has all the right stuff.
Yep.
I gotcha.
So say if I'm flying first officer, I punch all myself on the right side while you punch on the left.
Gotcha. That kind of, well, especially in an FMC aircraft, that kind of takes away some of the effect, because you'd like your first officer or so to be programming the FMC to do stuff while you're flying the thing, but that would not be possible.
Here's the funny thing: the captain, the first officer, doesn't do much of the program. The first officer takes care of most of the flying.
Well, it depends on who the flying person is in that sense. But Kirk, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. Or say Evan. Where I got Kirk from? Sorry, Evan Kempsey. Thank you for subscribing. You're now Kirk. I don't know why, but apparently you're now Kirk. So yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know where I got that from. I was going to say something. Oh yeah, so on NightBot now you can hit ! TeamSpeak, and it will give you the TeamSpeak details. So if you want to, someone wants to try that, you'll see that pop up. Danny boy, I do not speak whatever you just typed in. I feel like you just vomited on your keyboard.
What did he say?
Yeah, pretty much that.
Probably fell asleep and put his head on the keyboard.
Yeah, probably.
Probably someone trying to stuff.
Yeah. So there you go. NightBot will now tell you how to TeamSpeak. Really? Doing this again?
Did we forget to turn the packs on?
You know what? We might have. Yes, we did. Call Tim.
Turn the what on?
Packs.
Yes, we did. That would help to have some pressurization.
Well,
Whoopsie. And we're all dead from asphyxiation. All right. I'm surprised we made it up to 34,000 feet before that went off. It's impressive.
Well, it just means that the cabin maintained air pressure until that altitude, and then it went off.
I guess. The air's got to be pretty stagnant at this point. Yeesh.
Yeah, I think it's 12.5 in the Boeings.
Gotcha.
Now, I have some other news to pass to you, which I think we can possibly work this out this weekend.
Okay.
I'm going to my dad's this weekend for Labor Day weekend, and I would like to do a cross the pond hop on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday over Labor Day.
It's a long, like, are you talking about 3 days of streaming? Or 3 days of flying?
Yeah, because we'll start in England. We'll start in whatever spot you end off in. We'll have a multiplayer. We'll fly to a staging point, Portugal. Fly to Lodges, Portugal, which is in the Atlantic Ocean, and then hop to the U.S.
Oh, I see. Well, I have some conflicts with that. Friday night, I am not going to be around. I will be around Friday morning, but I won't be around Friday night because I've got an event I'm going to be at. Saturday I will be around, and then Sunday I'm not around very much because of my obligations at church. And then Monday I will be, for the holiday, I'm actually driving down to Los Angeles for a couple reasons. One, it is way too stinking hot here, and it keeps being stinking hot, and I'm tired of it, so I'm getting out. And two, it gives me an excuse to take my brand new car on a road trip of sorts. And three, where it is cooler and almost beachy, there is a very large airport there called Los Angeles International where I can eat in and out and watch airplanes in a park and relax, and that'll be very nice. So that's going to be on Monday.
Which, by the way, for those who don't know about LAX, right next to LAX, there's Hyperion Bay. And
yes.
Hyperion Bay is the greatest thing in the world when it matters on what side of the wind you're standing in.
Yes.
I wonder why. Please exchange this story to us.
So right next to LAX is the Hyperion wastewater treatment facility. I think that's probably what he's referring to.
Yes, and just the fact that I used to live out there. So, going down the bike path along the beach, you see Hyperion Bay, and from Hyperion Bay you see there's a pipe that goes from Hyperion all the way out to the ocean.
Yeah, I wonder what's in the pipe.
And
It must be
what they're just dumping out there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fish food.
Mm-hmm. Yep, pretty much. Music Smith, how's it going, sir? Welcome to the stream. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Music Smith, this is my friend Grant, who is the organist. He is now on the live stream with us. Just commenting in chat there, so everyone say hello to Grant. He is aviation fan, but he's also a very skilled pianist and organist. So that's the clip of him that I shared on Twitter and Facebook of him practicing for that organ concert he did on Sunday night. So good day to you, sir. Mr. Ike, hello, sir. Welcome to the TeamSpeak. Mr. Ike can't talk.
Yes.
Oh, there he is, or something. He was there for a moment. He was there momentarily.
He's here with us in spirit.
Yes, exactly.
I'm just trying to mess around with my mic real quick.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Wonderful. So if you're just joining us, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We finally just made it up to 2,000 subscribers. 2,000 subscribers. And it is awesome. So we're still working. Our goal right now is that magic number of 2,500. So we're still working our way up toward that. But I feel it will not be too long before we hit that magic number as we continue on up. My channel now has over 100,000 views total, which is fantastic, and it keeps continuing to climb. I think we got just under 4,000 views on the across the pond trip, all told after it was posted. So that's awesome. It's at 39 last I checked, so it's almost there. But yeah, and then feel free, guys, if you're new to the channel or or you've just started checking out some of these live streams, I've got a whole bunch of past live streams, and even before that, some non-live stream videos of life in the left seat, and it's just flying aircraft different destinations and seeing how I do it. So go check those out if you're all interested. If you're needing to fill the time when I'm not streaming and you're thinking, what do I do when Moose is not streaming? Well, there you go. You can go watch past live streams. So I'm sure you guys have things to do, but if you are not busy and you want to do that, those are available to you. Yes,
I'm looking forward to the day that the subscriber number is higher than the ML market.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I'm looking for that day too. And actually,
I have a sudden increase in Canadian interest in my channel.
You have a sudden Canadian interest in your channel?
Yeah, my demographic is Canada. Because the US 32 to Canadian 4.5, South Africa 1.9, Australia 1.7.
What was the Canada percentage?
56.
Whoa! Man.
56% of Canadians watch YouTube like Canadians.
That's interesting. You use the phrase a little bit too much or something, or what the heck? Oh, speaking of Canadians, okay. So, if you are like me and like watching driver fail videos, because I can't stand bad drivers, and so it's fun to watch these morons who can't drive. There is a show on Netflix that I just discovered in my week off called Canada's Worst Driver. And it is a show that takes people nominate who they believe is the worst driver in Canada to come to this rehabilitation place and basically get taught how to drive using driving skills. And I'm convinced after watching this show that there is no such thing as a driving test in Canada. There is no way these people could have been given driver's licenses without just flat out bribing whoever that authority is. Because these people can't do the most basic of driving skills. Like driving without hitting something. I mean, ever. I don't understand how you can be that bad and have a license. One of the ladies, they said, had the maximum number of moving violations before she would have her license taken away. In California, by the way, I believe that number is like 3 or 4. She had 16. And she still hadn't lost her license. I don't understand.
You know, you could make billions of that like that in Russia.
Oh, I know. And in fact, the majority of those driving film videos are in Russia, because everyone has their dash cams because there's so much corruption over there with regard to traffic accidents. And the driving is horrible. Oh goodness. But apparently, yeah, Canadians are just. I don't know if it's Canadians in general or just. The really bad drivers end up going to Canada, and so that's where they all are. I mean, there's plenty of them here in the States, don't get me wrong, I see them every day, but not anything like what I was witnessing on this show. It was horrifying. Yeah, exactly, Kramer. The girl who I was talking about, she would hit something every time she went driving. Every time. How do you do that? How are you that bad? Do you not? I mean, one of the guys had an excuse. He was legally blind. He had. I mean, he wasn't completely. He was blind in one eye because he had a glass eye, and he was constantly correcting because his left eye was the good eye. So he was constantly correcting to the right to even himself out. So he's always like hitting stuff to the right. And
Should he be driving?
Exactly. He should not. But no one had ever, neither he nor anyone who had ever driven with him had ever had the thought to tell him, by the way, you realize you are correcting to the right because of this. You need to find ways to compensate for that. So he had no idea. No one had ever told him. It was just like, think, people. Think, McFly, think. Anyway, we were binge watching that the last few days, and it was terrible and hilarious all at the same time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Margarita was one of them. She was insane. Go ahead.
Have you been watching that thing on YouTube about the students over at EasyJet, speaking of the JetBlue program?
Yeah, I watched some of it. I need to pick that back up again. But I watched a chunk of it, and it was really cool, really fascinating.
Really scary.
Well, that too. But I don't fly EasyJet, so I don't care. Advantage of flying mostly in America. But yeah, that's a bit scary. These guys that I was and the one guy even said, and some of this you have to wonder how much is exaggerated, but because the one guy goes, this is the first time he had ever he was with passengers, he was the co-pilot in this flight, and it was the first time he was going to take off ever. But then they go back later and say that in order to get to that stage, you have to do 6 takeoffs and landings with the instructor in the plane with nobody, with just the other pilots in it. So I'm going, well, no, okay, first takeoff with passengers, I guess, is that what you mean? But not his first takeoff ever. But the way they made it sound was like, I had never taken off, aside from a simulator, I'd never taken off in a A319 before. And that just could not have been the case. But I can understand if they meant with passengers, and they just kind of left that caveat off.
I'm pretty sure that they get a heavy dose of simulator training.
Oh, yeah, they do. In fact, they mentioned they were doing a lot of simulator stuff, so they would have to. But still, they're still, still quite a bit green behind the ears. Or wet behind the ears.
I like the fact that they shipped them off to New Zealand for some of their initial training.
Yeah, that was interesting. It kind of sucks for the Kiwis, I guess. But
They get some more money in their bank.
yeah, I suppose. I suppose.
This is why I don't like to fly.
Yeah, this is not helping Fat Man Moo over here.
Just subscribers for 1,000 view 1,166.7, aka 14.
Wait, what is that now?
This is my stuff for Canada.
Oh, I got you. Goodness, you and your Canadians, man. You're just you're
I
gonna.
don't know, eh?
We're gonna make you an honorary Canadian.
Oh.
I'm gonna get you a Mountie hat and a red suit, and you're gonna be all set to go. You're gonna have to change your. You're gonna have to change your avatar.
Probably a time zone thing.
It probably is.
So
You're going to listen to Arrogant Worms now.
Arrogant Worms.
Yeah, it's a Canadian band, real good Canadian band.
Oh, okay.
oh boy.
Get your radar up.
Yep, I'm making sure of right now. 'Cause I see what's over here off to the side. Probably take a moment. Should be on at this point. Let's see what shows up there. Should be skirting it, it looks like. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a little blip. Okay. Be avoided.
Looks like a nice little storm.
Yeah. It's no Harvey, but you know.
We should find a Harvey.
Speaking of, I live in Southeast Texas, so it's been going right over the top of us.
Oh goodness.
We're the we're the second time it went through. So.
Oh yeah. So that was brutal. They misnamed the storm. It's not Harvey. It's Boomerang. ETA. Let's find out. Where we at? Progress. Alright, so we are supposed to be coming in at 17:38 Zulu. It is 16:30 Zulu now, so just over an hour from now. Just over an hour. 1706 is top of descent, and that's in 242 miles. We'll be there before you know it. And you're asking what my favorite movie is. I don't know that I really have a favorite movie. I love comedies. So, but one of my top movies that I really enjoy, and it actually has to do a little bit with aviation, is a movie called She's Out of My League. You guys should go check that movie out. It is hilarious. It's I can't remember who the main guy's name is now. He was in a couple things. He was in Tropic Thunder. And, he's real skinny, kind of gangly guy, but. The whole premise is that he works for TSA in, I think it's Pittsburgh. Yeah. And a girl going to the airport is like a 10, and he ends up falling for her, and they end up going out, but he thinks he's never good enough for her. But anyway, it's a hilarious movie, and so there's always this kind of aviation theme woven into it, which is cool. So he ends up getting his pilot's license at the end. But it's a funny movie. Funny movie. You should check it out. Not my favorite movie necessarily, but again, I don't know that I really have a favorite movie because I love a lot of movies. So kind of just depends on the mood at the time I'm in, what I'm down for.
Not to change the topic or anything, but have you checked out the topography around Nice by any chance?
A little bit, yes.
Okay, just want you aware of that.
Yep, I have looked at that. I'm aware of these.
And so to return to the subject of movies, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Sorry, Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Is that what you said?
Yes.
That's normal.
It's like one of the greatest B movies besides Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Don't forget the good best one. The
What's
Blob.
that? The
The
Blob. Oh yeah,
Blob,
the Blob.
yeah.
The Blob.
Well, actually,
All the Blob movies.
I get to vote for Kentucky Fried Movie.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that last time. I think you mentioned that during the pond flight. Kentucky Fried Movie.
Just my vote.
My favorite airplane is well documented on here, but it is the 747. So that one is well documented. What is the TeamSpeak? TeamSpeak is what you hear myself, Captain Tim, Fat Man Moo, and Cryptopilot, and at one point Mr. Ike, who is now muted himself or away or something, talking on. So if you would like to join the live conversation, you are free to do so. Just type in !TeamSpeak and the NightBot will give you the details of what you need to do to get on that TeamSpeak. We are in live stream room 3 in the Raptor TeamSpeak channel. Raptor, for those of you who don't know, is a streamer, a gamer, who has many more subscribers than I do. But he does a lot of American Truck Simulator, Farming Simulator, Car Mechanic Simulator, a lot of other simulator games as well. He's really a fun guy to watch. You should check out his channel. And his group is known as the Rat Pack, not the Rat Pack, but the Rat Pack. And he has a group that, in fact, Encrypted is one of kind of his inner circle guys. So he's my link into the Raptor world. But I started watching Raptor actually before I started streaming, watching him do ATS. So yeah. Nigel, welcome back. Glad to see you finally got on here with during the stream. So I've been on streaming vacation for the last week and a half. So, but I am back now. So, and you're back. So everything's right in the world. So welcome back.
I gotta see if I can't get on the ATS online multiplayer.
I know I tried doing that, and I need to get it working again, because I'd love to join him for one of those ATS things, because that looks like a lot of fun. But yeah, I tried doing it at one point, and it wouldn't, like, he was online, and so I was like, oh, I'll try to get it hooked up, and I just couldn't get it hooked up in time. And never tried it again. So I need to do that, because that would be a lot of fun. Did someone join our channel that I'm... Oh, Sandwich. Oh, hey. Of course, Sandwich's mic is muted, so he can't talk at the moment. So there's that. So there's that.
Well, still have us.
I do. I still have you.
We'll always have Paris.
I still have you, Fat Man Moo. We haven't been to Paris yet, so we'll always have Nice, apparently. Or Heathrow. London. We will go to Paris eventually, though. Of course. We would be remiss if we didn't end up at some point in Charles de Gaulle. Charles de Gaulle.
Yes, let's just hope there's no sudden stops on the way there.
Yes, let's hope. So yeah, so guys, also remember you can make suggestions for where you want me to go while I'm here in Europe. We're going to be here for a while. We had one of our members request EHAM, also known as Schiphol or Amsterdam. So that is obviously on the list. I was probably going to go there anyway, but we definitely will now, thanks to the request. We're going to Nice, obviously, right now. We will, of course, hit Paris. We will be hitting Frankfurt and Munich at some point. Not in any particular order there, but just we will be going up to Sweden, and because we had some Swedish people that wanted us to go to Sweden, so we'll of course do that. And I'm half Swedish, so I kind of have to visit my half homeland anyway.
And I'd be happy to join in a few flights over the UK in Europe if you'd be more than happy to have some multiplayer flying.
Yeah, we will do that, definitely. Like I was telling earlier, I think you weren't on the stream yet, but we'll do multiplayer stuff on weekends, because that's just easier for me than trying to get that all worked out on a Wednesday after I get off work. So, which actually, that brings up another good point. This will be the last Wednesday stream for quite a while. The Wednesday streams are going to shift to Thursday starting next week, because I have choir starting back up on Wednesday nights in the fall. So we'll not be able to stream on Wednesday night. So we'll just shift it over one day. So the streaming days will go from Wednesday, Friday, Saturday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we'll do 3 days in a row, and then a few days off, and then 3 days in a row, and a few days off, and that'll be the plan for at least for a little while. So, and I am glad now that I stopped doing Sundays because football season is about to start, and I'm going to be watching my football. So. For that.
I just got back on. Did you just say 3 days in a row?
I did, because we're going to be starting to switch our stream day from Wednesday. This is the last Wednesday stream we're going to do for a while to Thursday, because I have choir starting back up on Wednesday nights next week. So,
Hey guys,
hey Sandwich, how's it going?
I'm doing good.
Glad to have you, sir. Leaf, remember we're in Europe now, so Denver to Cancun is not going to be on the radar on the docket for a while. So I would suggest, in the meantime, you suggest European / Northern Africa / Middle East destinations at the moment, because the North America and South American destinations are going to be basically ignored for a while because I'm not over there right now. So just be aware of that. Well, we may very well do the routes you're asking me to do eventually once we get back to the Western Hemisphere. It will not be until we get back to the Western Hemisphere. So, speaking of which, that's something else we can start discussing and voting on. Not that it's going to happen anytime soon, but when the time comes, where do we want to jump off from Europe from and land back in North America at? Because obviously we already did New York to Heathrow. There's no sense in doing Heathrow back to New York. We should probably change that up and do something else to something else. Not that we're going to do that anytime soon.
Hawaii.
Oh, that's going the other way, but okay.
Dubai to Dallas.
Dubai to Dallas. Oh my gosh, I don't have a year to sit in front of my computer.
I was thinking Amsterdam to Bombay, India.
Oh, okay. That's quite a flight too. What is the flight time on that? What's the distance? I don't even know.
Oh, you gotta ask me. Hang on.
Yeah. So
You say LA to Bombay?
No, he said Amsterdam to Bombay. I thought that's what he said. I don't think.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah. Nigel, yes, I do. I'm in my church choir, and I've sung in our praise team before.
Oh, well, if he does Bombay, you can go Bombay to Tokyo. You can go from Tokyo to Hawaii.
There you go.
Then Hawaii to LAX.
Oh, that's an interesting.
Make it back to the States.
Actually, that's an interesting plan.
I'm thinking Tokyo to Illinois.
Well, Illinois is a big state, so where no?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. By the way, guys,
Long flight.
just heads up, it's Illinois, not Illinois. The S is silent.
Oh, so sorry.
Well, not that. You sound more intelligent if you get it right. So it's a common misnoter. So help you guys out.
Or if you want to help that one guy out, do Hawaii to Cancun, Cancun up to LAX, and LAX to Illinois.
Oh, there you go. Of course, he wanted to go from Denver to Cancun. So
Yeah, he'll get to Cancun. He'll get to Cancun one way or another.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
Wasn't paying attention to my flight. I just realized that I just passed my destination.
Whoops. You and those guys on Northwest or whatever that flight was that we were talking about a few weeks ago.
That was Northwest.
Yeah, that's what I thought. In-flight snacks. Well, you should find some in-flight snacks on airplane. I don't know where the flight attendants are at the moment. They're probably napping in the back or something.
Where is KMWA?
MWA. I'm not familiar with MWA off the top of my head. Oh wait, that's not Midway, is it? No. Is it?
He just said like a B-29 just has come in, like those flying museums.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's Veterans Airport of Southern Illinois. That's KMWA.
Yeah, that's, I think that's Fifi going in there tonight.
Oh, gotcha. That's cool. Fifi. This is Flight Simulator 10, Microsoft Flight Simulator 10, or FSX as it's commonly known, Steam Edition.
Now, is Fifi like a real B-29 or what?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Yeah, there are two of them. There's Fifi's been flying for a while, and Doc just got airborne. I think this year is his first year on the circuit.
What was the other one's name?
Doc,
Oh, Dak.
DOC.
Yeah.
Wasn't Doc the one B-29 that guy found out in Arizona and restored it?
I think so.
I believe so, yeah.
But here's the best news I can actually say coming out of AirVenture 2017, because AirVenture 2017 was the first time in over 50 years. Yeah, over 50 years that two B-29s flew in formation together.
Oh, that's cool.
There's videos on YouTube. Look at that.
I will have to do that. Nigel, just so you know, yes, this is TeamSpeak, and if you want to join us on TeamSpeak, just type !TeamSpeak. NightBot will get you all squared away. It's not a YouTube or Steam thing. It's a standalone, but it's used for streaming on YouTube or Twitch or whatever it is people use TeamSpeak. The other one is Discord. That's very popular. But yeah. So NightBot has a good point. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, please. Let's get those subscriptions up and get those likes coming in.
I wish I had more subscribers.
Yeah, how many are you at right now?
172. I lost one yesterday.
So
well,
here-
2 days ago.
Well, here's a question for you then.
Crippling depression.
Here's a question for you then, Encrypted. How many of those 172 are Canadians, do you think?
Probably half of them. Well, it didn't say who like the subscribers are.
Yeah, I know. It just tells you your viewers.
The
yeah.
viewers. So half my viewers are Canadian.
Gotcha. I just find that really funny that you're like big in Canada. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
Of all places.
I'm gonna go here and take a quick shower in like a few minutes.
Gotcha. You all sweaty and nasty?
Yeah, maybe. I've been doing my pilot working so much.
Rule plays. What do I offer? Well, I offer snacks and gold. And jewels? No, I don't offer any of those things. So what we do here is I fly from place to place, and people come along for the flight and watch and chat and contribute, ask questions. I talk back, not in a mean way, hopefully, but chat back. And you can also join TeamSpeak if you'd like to chat directly, or you can just use the chat. And yeah, it's I mean, you get out what you get out of it. So if you're into flight simulators and you want to see how I fly them and join and try and hang out, then this might be the place for you. If you have no idea what's going on and don't understand it and think it's stupid, then maybe not the place for you. But either way, thanks for stopping by. Hit that like button, and if you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button. Yes, they do. Actually, the British Airways flies this route with the A319, A320, and the Boeing 767, believe it or not. In fact, the flight number we're using today is the 767 flight number. So, apparently a lot of British people like to go to Nice. In fact, the only operator to Nice from Heathrow is British Airways. I'm sure there's other airlines operating to Nice from the UK that are not British Airlines, but not out of Heathrow.
Yeah, we do it from Atlanta and JFK.
Oh, okay. With the 67?
Yes, 67.
Gotcha.
Which you'll find exciting when you get down there.
Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'm seeing the terrain fun. So. Yes, for those of you that don't have charts, what he's referring to is right just north of the airport, which is basically on the beach, is some steep mountains that go up to the minimum safe altitude for that area is 10,700 feet, and then 3,100 to the west, and just a little further west is 8,400 feet. So, and then ocean off to the side, 3,000, let me say. So we're going to have to come in, we're going to come in from the west and head out over the Mediterranean, and then we come in back from the east and scoop in onto the runway there, onto 22, making a left-hand turn into the runway so we don't run into the mountains. So it should be fun.
What winds did you set at Nice?
Well, it's whatever happened actually several hours ago, but I think when I was looking earlier, it was pretty calm. It was like it was only 4 knots wherever it was coming from. Let me look now and see what it says. K, no, K, yeah, that's not going to work. LFMN. As of right now, it's 110 at 3 knots now, so it's shifting around on me. So, I think I'm going to stick with my 2T. If it gets higher than like 5 knots, then we'll change runway direction. But if it's only 3, I don't really care.
24 hours and 12 views. That's awesome. That's more than I expected to get.
Oh, you did?
On my latest video.
Oh, gotcha. Trinan, I'm well. How are you, sir?
I was actually surprised at how I actually got 2 hours out of it for hops.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you watch the whole thing, or did you say no? But you watched part of it.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched part of it.
Of course, you watched part of it.
I had things to do. I'm a busy moose. What do you want from me?
Like, you can't put 2 hours on it and just let it like background and such, or second monitor.
Well, I could at a certain point, but when I found it, there was not time for that. Travis, how are you doing, sir? Welcome aboard. Thank you for subscribing. Real quick, just to answer some things. So Nigel, yes, I got the Mountain Dew to work in the 7.4. I did have to do something. I believe I had to go into the... I don't think it was the... It might have been the aircraft CFG, or it was either that or something else tied to the PMDG something or other. And there's something that does something with panel states, and you change that number from like, it defaults to 0, and if you change it to like 2 or 4, it puts the cam there permanently or whatever it is. So I had to do that. So I Googled it to figure out what was going on because I was never finding it. And all the documentation was saying, oh, it just shows up randomly. I'm like, randomly? It never shows up. That's not random. That's never. So.
Mountain Dew?
Well, I did a repaint of the plane, and I made sure I repainted the PMDG soda can to be Mountain Dew. So when the soda can, the PMDG 747 shows up, it shows up as a Mountain Dew can. Because that's my drink of choice.
You ever had hot blast from Taco Bell?
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up there a little bit. Ever had what now from what?
Hot blast from Taco Bell.
Oh, Baja Blast. No, I have not. I actually don't go in for the knockoff, I call them knockoffs, the knockoff Mountain Dew brands. I mean, they're all Mountain Dew, I understand, but they, I'm a purist when it comes to Mountain Dew, so I've never liked the Code Red, and there was that black one for a while that was weird. Yeah, I just stick with the original. And I don't do any of that diet Mountain Dew stuff. That tastes like antifreeze. At least the aftertaste does. Benjamin, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard, sir.
So, you drank antifreeze before?
Would you like to know? No, but I've been around it enough to where I can imagine what it probably tastes like, and that's what I imagine it tastes like.
I was just wondering, by the way. You know.
Yeah. If I drank antifreeze, I probably would be dead. Or at least have experienced something close to it.
It's like drinking Windex, you know, you can say, well, it tastes like Windex.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the other one I've heard before is it tastes like battery acid. That's also, if you're drinking that, I think you're dead too.
That's pretty specific.
Right? Oh, goodness. Rule plays. So the way you get good at this is practice. That's the beautiful thing about a simulator is it doesn't cost you. I mean, it costs you a little bit in hardware stuff to set up originally, but it doesn't cost you in flight time. And so you out and practice in a real plane, you got to pay for the hour and the fuel, and that adds up real quick. So in a simulator you can practice as much or as little as you want. And so there's a couple things. So first of all, I have done real-world flight training back in the day. So I have some real-world experience to draw on. Granted, it's been a while, and that's why Tim is here to catch me up. So I've had that over the years. I've been doing this for quite a long time, so I've got a lot of flight simulator hours experience just in the sim, flying around different things. And then the other way is with the, we live in this world now, the world of YouTube, and really the advent of the internet has made learning and knowledge at your fingertips in a way that has never been before. And I kind of am depressed for this generation that is coming up because they have this knowledge at their fingertips for almost anything you could ever want to know, and they're more interested in taking pictures of themselves and putting dog ears on their face and sending it to their friends, and don't even have any idea what they have access to learn, and just more concerned with, just someone else do it for me or whatever. I mean, for whatever, not just flying, just everything. So use those resources to your advantage. YouTube is you can watch real pilots doing stuff, and you can watch other sim pilots like myself doing stuff. You can watch sim pilots doing stuff very wrong, because that's the disadvantage of YouTube, is you get people that have no idea what they're doing and claim they're extremely smart. So you have to learn how to kind of weed out the wannabes.
Fired.
Yeah, exactly. You have to kind of weed out the people that claim to be experts that are clearly not, balanced against the people that are experts that may not come out and say so, but they know what they're doing. I fall in between somewhere there. I don't claim to be the expert on this, as Tim can attest, but I'm not the expert. But I'm also not.
Better.
I'm getting better, thank you. But I'm not a novice either. And so I tell you what I'm pretty sure I know, and I usually try to add that caveat in there that, again, I'm just a simmer. I'm not a real-world pilot, and I don't claim to be a real-world pilot. Tim is a real-world pilot, so he gets to claim to be and is, and can hold that credential. So we listen to what Tim says. But yeah.
And crash anyway.
And crash anyway. How dare you? I have only, twice. I've crashed twice technically on this stream. One of them was somewhat intentional, and that was the running out of fuel episode. And we're not going to speak of the ABQ, but the other times they were fine. Anyway, but we held it. So yeah, use that to your advantage. Use YouTube to your advantage, and then take what you learn off of YouTube and practice it, and you'll find techniques that work and other techniques that steer you in the wrong direction, and you'll learn from them, and learning is where the fun is. So let me just encourage you in that. If you're trying to get back into it, then jump in. It's a lot of fun. And yes, Nigel, Mountain Dew does wake you up in the morning. I don't generally drink Mountain Dew in the morning, but there's been occasions, especially when I was younger. What's YouTube? Kramer. Yes, Tim does fly commercial. He flies 757s and 767s. And if you watch some of the past videos, he's kind of given his affiliation commercially away, but I won't say it now. So. I didn't crash in St. You're welcome. I didn't crash in St. Martin. When did I crash in St. Martin? If you're referring to that multiplayer thing where we were just having fun and doing weird crap in the 747 multiplayer, that does not count.
If it did. Definitely.
Does not count. Kramer, see ya, man. Or you can say good night to somebody else. I can't tell. Hot airplane. Probably saying goodbye.
You do multiplayer often?
I haven't done it often, but I do it occasionally, and I will be doing it some more. So, multi-counts. No, multiplayer counts, that's fine, but I'm talking about what we were doing at the time, Nigel. We were goofing off. We weren't trying to, like this is a Life and Left Seat video. We're trying to be quasi-professional. I don't do that sort of thing for these videos and vice versa. So.
Just out of curiosity, what flight level do you fly at?
370.
And what's your thing set to?
Standard.
No, I'm not sure. Altimeter, your MCD.
Oh. 371 for some odd reason. That's weird. There.
I thought so.
Yep. Good call. Good catch. So we probably are technically, you can't, well, no, it is 370.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with your altimeter tape. There you go. Now it's down.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why. It's flying through the FMC and it's setting on my level 37.
Yep, that's the conclusion I just came to. I was going, why didn't we take us up to 371? But because it stopped at 370. And it's going, what do you mean 371? Why did we do that?
Is you probably mean VATSIM.
Yes, I think Rule Plays is referring to VATSIM. That would be the other professional level of going to VATSIM. There's reasons for using it and for not using it. The biggest reason for not for me is the scarcity of it, in that you can have ATC in one area and then you fly out of it, now you don't have ATC and you got to start texting Unicom commands, which is really annoying. So if I can,
Unless you mean, I do all that stuff.
oh really? Okay.
Every single one of my FSDs so far have been text flights.
Well, yeah. So I mean, and some people do that just religiously, and that's fine. That's their prerogative.
Do they have pretty good U.S. coverage though?
They have good global coverage depending on what goes on. You gotta really keep an eye out for the events. So the events are really get the best times to go on there.
Yeah.
So on Sunday there was the Colorado Ops that I was a part of. That was really fun. I got 2 hours worth of flight time out of it, which was amazing. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So VATSIM, because VATSIM can be sporadic. There are days that only, I'm going to say it, Albuquerque Center is on, and then that's it. And then there's days where most of the U.S. is under coverage, and there's days when LA Center and New York Center are on, and nobody else in the country is on. It just kind of goes up and down. And the worst part of that is you can take off and go, oh, I'm going to fly from here to here, and I'm going to have coverage the whole time. And you get halfway through the flight, and that center that you were counting on suddenly goes offline because they're done for the night. Because it's just like us pilots. They're just doing it in their spare time when they want to. It's not a schedule. If you want, consistency, you got to do Pilot Edge, which is a cool thing, but it costs. And so you got to balance that of how much is it worth it. And they're only in, I think they only go as far as Denver now. They're in the western United States. They go pretty much as far as Denver, I think, at this point. So they're getting bigger, which is cool.
Are they 24/7?
They're not. They do operate during the day and evening, I think it is. But I only know that because when we were at Flight SimCon, there was they opened up Pilot Edge an hour before they normally would for Cat Strader to do his stream live from Flight SimCon. So
Where is Flight SimCon?
Flight SimCon, they do it up in it's technically Windsor Locks, Connecticut, which is the airport location for Hartford, Connecticut, basically. So it's essentially Hartford, or it's at the Bradley Airport.
Yeah, okay, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, this was the 5th year they did it, this last year in June. It's always the second weekend of June. And it was the first year I was able to go, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And I am planning at this point to go next year if everything continues as I hope it will.
Just a word on warning for Pilot Edge, though. You really have to know what you're doing because they control by the rules.
Yes, they do. So you do have to know what you're doing. Marcos, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. Yeah, so it is a good idea to probably get your feet wet with VATSIM and at least get comfortable. Like I wouldn't go on Pilot Edge. They have training stuff you can do, and to work up your levels of training and stuff with Pilot Edge. But I wouldn't just hop on there one day and expect to fly commercially from here to there, and you're going to get blasted for not knowing what you're doing.
Damn, there's a good flight tomorrow going on. So here's the events for this weekend. Tomorrow there is hosted by the Boston Center ARTCC is a little GA flying event. Saturday is Nashville Overloaded, and that's the two of the U.S. ones, and they have Boot, Scoot, and Boo, which is also tomorrow on the 100 GMT, which is about 300 ports really close together.
I'm just really loving that name, Scoot and Boo.
The Brooks and Dunn song.
Well,
yeah.
the display of it, I can't display the whole name, it says Boot, Scoot, and Boo. The whole event name is Boot, Scoot, and Boogie. So yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was gonna say I know the Boot, Scoot, and Boogie, but
yeah, which is again a Brooks and Dunn song.
yes.
I start taking little lyrics out of there now, but I don't want to get you this stream flag.
Yeah, please don't send my subscribers away. That would be not cool.
Look it up yourselves. You can listen on your own. That's
Yeah,
good
well.
for you. Oh my god, almost midnight. Yay.
Yeah.
11:49 p.m.
What happens? Rule plays. What do you recommend you do? Well, I would recommend. Well, what are you comfortable flying? I guess is the first question. If you're trying to get back into aviation, I would recommend starting out small, like Cessnas or Barons or something like that, and just the biggest thing is to start practicing your takeoffs and landings. I mean, takeoffs are pretty simple, generally speaking. Landings is where the skill is. So
Oh yes.
get that down, and then start doing some cross countries and learn how to navigate. That's the other side of it. So
Start local.
yeah, start local, start where you live, so you understand the terrain and can recognize things, and then learn how to navigate using the VORs and using the GPS. But make sure you learn the VOR stuff. I know it's a little more antiquated. You don't really probably need to learn the NDB stuff at this point because they're just going away. But at least know how to do the VORs and the ILSs for the landing systems and stuff like that. But yeah, practice planning a route and flying that route and see if you can get where you're going. And yeah, you're basically practicing VFR. And once you get VFR down, then you can move on to more IFR style flying, like what we're doing today, and then moving up into bigger and bigger aircraft too. If you're looking for that sort of thing. I mean, it depends on what you're looking to do in flight sim. Some people are really into small military jets. Some people are really into big commercial airliners like me.
Guilty.
Some people are into little Cessna VFR stuff. And,
Guilty.
so yeah, it just runs the gamut, and that's the great thing about flight sim is there, whatever your little niche is that you like, then that's where you can focus.
And a little hint is, if you're really serious about flying, jump on something like an A2A Cessna 172, which is a really nice thing, but stay away from the glass cockpit. Learn how to fly the dials first, and then figure out what the airplane is doing instead of being a slave to the Nintendo plane.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, learn how to fly the aircraft and then use the automation. Don't do it the other way around.
It's the green thing on the nav display.
It's calling me a retard.
Better than me.
Yeah, I know. No, we just hit top of descent, so it's pulling the throttles back. Starting to drop us down. I've got 20,000 set in the box, because that's our restriction. We shouldn't be going below that until after Vedic.
What's your transition altitude?
5,000 feet.
Good.
And speaking of which, what is our...
I'll be right back.
Okay. Looks like our altimeter is going to be 1014, so that's convenient.
You're still flying FSX C-minute, aren't you?
Yes. Soon, hopefully, we'll be starting to get into prepared as we get more and more ready for that one.
Haven't made that jump yet.
You have or you haven't?
Have you had to play around with it more?
I didn't have a chance to do this last week. I was thinking busy with stuff, so I'm hoping to this next weekend probably get into it a bit more. I'm trying to get used to chase plane. That's one of the biggest things right now. Is I've flown EasyDock for so long. I'm used to how the views work, and so I'm working on getting chase plane set up so I can get that figured out, and then I gotta start parting over as many add-ons as I can that will go over into prepared, so I can see how many things I can fly out of the box basically without having to rebuy. I know some things like obviously my PMDG aircraft will not transfer. I'm gonna have to rebuy those if I want to do it in prepared. But some of the other stuff that I have read should transfer over. So
Wait, what do you mean?
from FSX to prepared, like I can use them in
Oh,
both.
that's right.
Yeah. Some of them cannot, some of them can. So it just depends on it's case by
PMD.
case.
My
Do
PMD is
you
always
have X-Plane 11?
I do not have X-Plane 11 yet.
you explain.
Don't be hating.
I'm just kidding. Explain's a
Lord,
great single-player
dang.
software.
Oh shit.
Well, you can't play multiplayer on it with your friends like you can with FSX.
X-Plane is fine with plugins, but otherwise it's just boring stock.
Well, like a lot of things are boring stock.
I mean, people say the realism is like off the charts, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the flight dynamics are supposed to be really good. So that's something I'd like to experience. But yeah.
That moment of awkward silence.
Right. Somebody
Call it
say
silent
something.
prayer.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing over here. Just, please don't let me crash in front of Tim. Please don't let me crash in front of
Oh,
Tim.
trust me, we're all praying.
Looks like the Mediterranean out there. Or is that the Med?
I think that's just land still.
Oh, okay.
I don't see the. I think we're still a little way from. I think this is just it flattening out, and the Mediterranean's probably just beyond. That might be it, just out there, but right here. This is the Mediterranean. Possible.
Yeah, it's like flying into Chicago. Hit the water, turn left.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I made a left turn to Albuquerque. I made a right.
Get a tick every time someone says Albuquerque.
You build 1,000 bridges.
Oh, dag nabbit. No, why did I hit that? There needs to be a better system back. Oh, well. Goodness.
Kramer says he might get the Zaytech switch panel.
Oh, yeah? Do you have you have other SciTech products already, Kramer?
Yeah, come up to your flight level 20 over research.
Yes, we have. Let's just perfect done. Let's just do it again. Don't let me keep anyone back. Approach to the thought. Let's stay down there for a while. Right. Yeah, Vedic is between. Oh, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so at Vedic, we're supposed to be between 24 and 20. And then after that, we go down below 1.6. So stay here at 20 for a little while.
Yeah, it'd probably be easier for us if you put your legs made up on the left FSC and progress on the right.
Like so. It's going to be easier, but the throttles are like so. There we go. Like so. There we go.
Yeah, that'll give us the crossing restrictions.
There you go.
Kramer says no, he has the CH product yoke.
Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I've always thought about getting one of the switch panels because it give you the, I think it gives you the gear lever. And I don't need a whole lot of more switches though. That's what I think. I just want gear lever. Well, yeah, so rule plays, you can get, obviously there's the default aircraft that come with FSX for Cessnas and stuff like that. Now, they're not ideal because they're default, but they'll get you started. If you're going to find freeware or very cheap payware, it's probably going to be in the order of similar to the default anyway. So if you're going to take Tim's suggestion and get something like a really nice Cessna, like an A2A or something like that, it will cost you a little bit, but again, you're paying for that extra realism. So, yeah, just kind of, you got to kind of figure that out, how you want to prioritize your funds. But again, if you're looking for something cheap or free, then you might as well just stick with what came with FSX, because it's not going to be too much better if it's free anyway, as far as systems modeling stuff goes, because it's free. That makes sense. But yes.
Cytec.
Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, I was thinking Cytec is now part of Logitech, isn't it?
I don't know. I had not heard that, but you may be correct.
Is that why I have not seen any more of their glowy keyboards?
Could be. I've got a Logitech glowing keyboard. It's great.
I have a Velocifier growing keyboard, and it is wonderful. I love it.
I got one of the Razors.
You'll have to look at, unless Tim knows how much the A2A Cessna is. I don't have it, so I don't know off the top of my head. You can just go check their website. As far as scenery to get, it depends on where you fly. Because scenery is usually going to be localized to certain areas. So if you're going to fly mostly in North America, or if you're going to fly in certain parts of North America, look for scenery that covers those areas, especially if you're doing VFR flight. Orbex is a good one to look at as far as overall scenery. What I'm using is FTX Global, which has redone the textures for the sim globally. But then from there, you can go and refine it down and get, FTX North America or FTX, I think it's FTX North America or Eastern U.S. or Western U.S. or something like that. And you can get more and more detail. Of course, those all cost money, but they're generally very good. And then the other side of it also is to get airports. So if you're flying out of particular airports all the time, then maybe invest in those sceneries from the companies like FS Dream Team or Orbex has some airports. I'm trying to think, there's another Flight Beam. There's a number of them out there that do airport sceneries.
Fly Tampa.
Tampa's a good one, yeah. Aerosoft, yeah.
Well, I think they're the only one that have St. Martin. Fly Tampa, that is.
Oh, I want to get that.
Yeah, Orbex has got some nice little airports, though. I mean, something that's kind of off the beaten track. And then they have that whole North American pack, which is free, but requires you to just have the Orbex vectors thing.
The pack is free. All it requires FTX Global, which is what I have. It does not require vectors.
Oh, okay. I knew it was one of the two.
Yeah. FTX Global is like the base that almost everything requires, and then after that is all extra. So there's vectors and then land classes and all that stuff. But most of the stuff doesn't necessarily require any of those. It will at least require FTX Global usually, and then beyond that. So out of the front windshield here, we can see the Mediterranean. So we're getting close. We're descending down to 12,000 now. thought I set. Oh, do I need to set that again? I do.
Yeah, the A2A, I just looked it up, it's like $50.
Oh, there you go. Southern France is very pretty. Did you say meh?
Actually, as you fly down the coast, it's got some really nice beaches that you can look at.
Oh yeah, in flight sim or in the real world? I mean, obviously in the real world.
Yeah, both.
Ben, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. What rule plays? What brand joystick and rudder pedals you got? Just out of curiosity. That flight sim dude. Hey, welcome to the stream, sir. All right, guys, we're getting ready to land at in Nice. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button, of course, if you haven't already, as Joran has just done. Joran, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. OFSEF, this is Flight Simulator 10 FSX. Simulation Home. Hello, sir. How you doing? Logitech 3D Pro. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Whatever works. There's no need to buy expensive unless you're gonna, unless you need expensive.
I'm just gonna drop that there for anyone else who wants to check me out.
Oh, there you go. That flight sim dude, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome aboard.
Hey, Moose,
Yeah.
on the descent page, what did you set as your transition LT?
5,000.
Why are you getting a yellow with this LT?
I don't know, because I went in to fix that and see if that would go away, and it did not. So I think the PMDG must just always think 18,000 is the magic number. Simulation Hope, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. But yeah,
18,000 is the main tradition type for the high altitude.
well,
Class I for Airways.
in
So 18,000 should
America.
probably come up from every day.
Well, yeah, but that's in America. That's not necessarily anywhere else. Let's see, where was I at? Takeoff.
Descent page.
Yeah, I know. Descent. Yeah, that's
It's still on FS9. It's time for an upgrade, bro.
who's on FS9? Oh, this guy. Thought you meant me. I was like, I'm not on FS9. Let's see, this one doesn't have it. I just saw it. So, well, it wasn't in the. Where I'd do it. It was in the performance page. So I changed it here. Transition altitude to 5,000. That didn't do it. But I don't see it in the descent page. I don't see any reference to it. You'd think it would be somewhere else. But I do not. Let's cruise out.
So what's ETA?
ETA is what time is it? Back. About 20 minutes. Probably.
Is that wear and tear next to those knobs?
Yes, I believe so. Making it look like it's a little worn. You have some on the trim wheel too.
Well, actually, that little roll of metal right there where the cursor is at.
You talking about this right here?
Yeah, that's where we stick our feet.
Yeah.
That's some pretty unrealistic wear.
No, that's pretty much what it looks like.
Yeah. But if you stick your feet somewhere all the time, it'll rub right off.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So yeah.
Wait, stick your feet?
Right here.
And why do you put your feet there?
To rest them, so you don't have to rest them on the rudder pedals. You stick your
Yeah,
feet up.
Airbus puts them up like they have foot rest for you.
Well, we can't all be Airbus, can we?
I just don't like Airbus. I don't know why.
don't really like that little side stick they got going for them.
I do like the side stick, but I just don't like the European. I'm all American, man.
That's your only reason there?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Better not fly the 787.
Why not?
Well, that's built all over the world.
Oh, well, so's the 777 and most of the other airplanes now, too.
Is it side stick or center?
No, it's center. It's a yoke still. It's center.
I don't think Boeing is changing anytime soon.
I hope not, because I like the yoke.
You never know.
Tony, how's it going? I love saying that name. Tony. It's like saying Tony with a lisp. Tony.
You know, I'm still surprised the 7.4's around.
Well. Nigel, that's awesome, man. He used to sing too. That's cool.
Yeah, they're not going to be long for the production line, I'll tell you that much.
No, I think production is all but halted now. Unfortunately.
The 747 Max.
Sales.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
Not really, it's just past its prime now. It's uneconomical.
Yeah, it's like really inefficient right now.
They could take off the extra 2 engine straps and 777 engines on there, and it'll fly more efficiently. You know.
It's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, it will be ugly.
It's not worth the number, and you'd have to change out all the gear too.
Right. No, I'm not going to sing on YouTube, sorry. I mean, aside from the little snippets I do every once in a while when I'm passing the time.
Take your gander off to the left, show the beaches.
It's not that extreme. So here you go. Here's the coastline of southern France. The Riviera.
Correction, only
It's not use
23.
ATT.
Whoops, there were like
Must
3
be high
people.
tide.
Yeah, right? I see no beaches. It's green all the way. Must be an FTX global thing. So yeah, well, to answer someone's question, yeah, we don't have any ATC because the default ATC is stupid. So we're not flying on a server. This is you're hearing people on TeamSpeak, and if you want to jump on TeamSpeak, go ahead and type in !TeamSpeak, and the NightBot will hook you up.
Don't believe what he says. We're all fake voices.
I really wish I had email.
Message.
Oh, don't you wish, Tim? Don't you wish?
I was just saying, this is probably a killer view in real life.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Oh, it is. It's really rather attractive. But you are coming in there. We are really busy.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It's got a goofy approach. You'll see it shortly.
Yeah, I've already seen some of it on the charts. So it's this little duck in right here. We're going to go up to here and then break away and come around.
Let's say you fly to like Mexico in real life. Is the ATC Spanish speaking or the English?
No.
Nope, English.
It's English universal, isn't it?
International language
Yes,
in aviation is English, yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Now, the accent may be difficult to understand, but it's still English.
Yeah, just don't fly to China.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I mean, is
Or
it just straight up
Moscow.
English, or
It's like a
like
bunch
do they
of,
mix it up with the local airlines?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is it straight up English, or can they like mix it up with the local airlines?
I think they can mix it
They've
up.
heard, I've heard them mix it up. And like, when I was looking at Airport Crowd 95's videos, he went overseas for a video, and they talked locally in their local language. They went kind of internationally, talked English.
Did you say Air Force Proud?
Air
Yeah.
Proud Force 95.
He's on my recommended right below.
Same here.
That's funny. That's why everyone thinks I've done stuff with Air Force Proud, because this stuff comes up right underneath mine.
I bought one of his t-shirts.
That's hilarious. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I need to make a t-shirt with my stuff. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's profit.
Yeah, right?
Encrypted pilot flying is you gotta be decipher the flight plan.
I made myself a t-shirt once.
Oh, yeah?
It said, God save the cows on it.
Very nice.
But I'm not a vegetarian.
Why does everyone take life so seriously? You're never gonna get out of it alive.
Well, that's a good point.
Bad puns.
I don't know, dude. I want to see how it all ends.
Let's not.
Oh, goodness. FSX ZX Gamers, if you're on TeamSpeak, we're in live stream room number 3. So, yeah, feel free to hop on in if you want. Feel free.
I consider life is like when you're born, you're coming in mid-movie, and then you die out before the movie ends. So you never get to know what the plot twist.
I thought you were going to say life is like a box of chocolates for a second.
Yeah, so did I.
I'm more like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Nah.
Oh, I love that movie and that book.
The book was fantastic.
The TV series is great for me.
Oh, really? I didn't even know there was a TV series.
It was a radio broadcast, a book, a TV series, and a movie.
Gotcha. So
There's a TV series for everything.
Yeah, I read the book and then I saw the movie. The movie was funny to go see the movie because you could tell all the people that didn't read the book thought it was stupid and didn't get it, and all the people that read the book thought it was the greatest thing ever. Hello. Is Zulu? Is that FSX ZX Gamers?
Yep, that's me.
Awesome. Welcome, sir. How you doing?
Czech Republic.
Oh, doing
Awesome.
fine. 6 a.m. here. Haven't gotten to sleep.
Good job.
Check your public. What now? Who?
Second?
Encrypted. You said something about check your public.
He's from the Czech Republic.
Oh, Czech Republic.
He's in Europe.
I thought you said Czech
Czech.
Republic.
Seriously, Moose?
I'm sorry. What do you want from me? It's been a long day. I had to
That's
lift
what I
heavy
thought he
things.
said. Check your public.
Yeah, see, good. It's not just me. Thank you. That's why Fat Man Moon is here. He's got my back.
It
And,
kind of feels like I'm not fitting here.
Shed leg after now.
yeah, well, there's that. Depends on what they're serving for drinks.
It's kind of pity that it's not a public session. I could provide with escort on the left wing.
Yeah, we will do that at some point. We've done it before, but I don't usually do it on the weekday because it's don't have a lot of time to set this up as it is. So weekend gives me a little bit more time. Yes, Roger Jose Salas. We of course will be flying to Munich, as well as Frankfurt at some point, and maybe even Berlin. But yes, those two airports are already on my list of places to visit while we're here in Europe, along with many others. But yes, those are on the list.
So I've seen some people have like heading and estimated time. Is that a plugin like at the top of the screen?
I would love to know, because I'm very jealous of people that have that, because I think that's cool, but I don't know how they're doing it. I have a feeling that they're using an ACARS program, and they're dumping the data out into their stream somehow through that. That would be my guess, but I don't know for sure. So if anyone finds out how anyone's doing that, let me know. I was watching someone stream and I tried to ask them, and then they logged off their stream before I get a word in edgewise. So
We're going to Malta.
No.
Zurich?
Oh, am I going? I thought you meant like now.
No, I mean now, yeah. Like, well, we're just going to cruise on out here.
No, I was just trying to hit that last 404 waypoint before I stuck around. So, yeah, we're just gonna keep going and going until we run out of fuel. It's like Malaysia 370 out here.
Hey, did you see that?
Did I see what?
On the water.
No.
As you look.
How dare you? How dare you?
Okay, may I add you on Steam so we can fly later on?
You can. I think my Steam name is The Flying Moose, I believe. So you can try to
Feel
find me.
free. Feel free to send me one too. I'll
Yeah.
be more than happy to fly with you as well.
Yeah, Encrypted Pilot is always down for that stuff as well. So
Okay, so if I may, I'll just write down the my Steam name if you want to add me, or I can provide the link instead.
Can
yeah,
you do
either
a flight to Pyongyang?
probably not Pyongyang because I don't have a wish to never get out of North Korea again. So we'll go to Seoul. I have no problem doing that. But,
Go right to the border.
yeah, right. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go.
Do not
Oh,
collect
you could
$200.
probably not, you know, I mean, you could probably not be put in jail if you stay in the airplane, not exit.
Maybe. As they
Just sit with your just sit there with your hands in your lap. Don't do anything.
right. No gestures. Don't smile. Don't look. None of that. All right,
Did
we're
they
now
really
checking
launch
out.
another missile this week?
I heard they were threatening to. I didn't hear if they actually did it or not.
I heard someone say, I think it was on another live stream, they said it was still in the air after fucking
No. They launched one right over Japan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yep, it went right over Japan, landed out in the ocean.
Not surprising. Crazy people. Crazy people.
Hey Zulu,
I hope X-Plane 12 has multiplayer.
Explain
that text.
12.
You
So,
have,
12?
you have custom textures for like F-15 Hornets.
Say again, sorry.
Do you have like a custom texture for an F-15 Hornet?
Yes, right from FSX Blue Angels. We are kind of partners with their team, as well as FS Thunderbirds and possibly FSX Red Arrows.
I have a question for you. Do you have a VRS F-18 Super Hornet texture?
No, I don't have VRS. The thing is, we get the texture, basically, how to say, sorry, I'm really tired. The texture was made by our designer, idea from my head, and some adjustments by Fred from Booster Aerobatics, and the basic aircraft was provided by FSX Blue Angels.
Honestly, my friend, I would love to get a texture.
You should do a poll in the chat on what are the odds that North Korea gets a bomb over here.
Over
Or you just
to the U.S.
change the button.
Yeah, like California or something.
I believe. Well, here's my take on North Korea. Do they have nuclear weapons? Yes. Do they have many of them? Probably not.
They're not long range either.
Do they have long range capabilities? Somewhat. Are they reliable? Probably not. So
Yeah, they're not getting anything.
they
from
might. I mean, they have a better chance of hitting something like Alaska or something like that. Hitting California, while possible or probable, maybe. But again, what are the odds? And let's just assume they do launch something like that. There's the end of North Korea. So
Pretty much, yeah.
goodbye.
Right?
So
Well, I mean, when he's sitting there threatening the United States with, you know, nuclear war, he's not really talking about the mainland. He's talking about Guam.
right.
Guam has two military bases, American military bases, sitting there.
Who
Of
really
course,
cares
that's,
about
you know,
Alaska
more
anyways?
oil's there too.
Right. So yeah, it's he's throwing a temper tantrum is what it is. And the more we get scared and freaked out about his threats, the more he knows what he's doing is working. But the U.S.
Just a fat
what the
chubby
world
kid.
needs to do is sanction his butt and wait till he either does something stupid enough for us to have justification to eliminate him, or he finally learns how to play ball. But every time we give in to one of his tantrums and concede anything to him when he does this, it's giving into terrorism. It's what it is. It's international terrorism on a countrywide scale, and it's just stupid. And I'm done talking about the baby that is Kim Jong.
The chubby.
Yeah, the chubby baby.
You know, you might want to change your scale on your nav display.
Yes, I do. That's, I'll be able to see the runway, I suppose. Okay. Coming for
Yes, we would all like to see the runway.
You get your landing speed set?
Yes, I do. It is 140.
Okay.
Going on down. It's here that we're going to disconnect the autopilot. That up.
That doesn't sound good.
Now just disconnect the autopilot.
If you could fly any plane in the world right now, any plane, like military plane, Boeing, Airbus, whatever, what would it be?
747. No,
That was
right
fast.
now. Yep.
B-24 Liberator.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
777-300 ER.
I'm gonna have to go with the 777 too.
Been there, done that. I'd rather fly a 727.
That would be my second
Ooh,
choice.
727 is nice, yeah. But yeah, this 777 is just a beautiful plane.
Or the B-36 Peacemaker.
Alrighty guys, I gotta get going here. It's nuts.
The X-15 may be fun too.
Less than 6 hours.
Well, fun for you.
Yeah, we're good 7.
Have you ever seen a B-36 Maker?
I don't think
No.
I have.
I have
I
never.
just looked it up.
Yeah, it has 6 reversed props, 3 on each wing, and 2 jet engines on each wing.
Oh, wow.
My first chief pilot at the flying service when I was growing up was a B-36 pilot.
Huh.
I think it'd be the coolest thing to fly an X-15.
This kind of reminds me of the Washington approach, except from the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking good.
Yeah, now we're all leaning to the left.
Right?
Little rudder.
Yep. That's not good. Come on. It's like serious crap.
100. Bank angle.
Now drop it down.
50.
That was not the cleanest in the world, but it works.
20.
I think I'm going to use that next time I need a identifier on YouTube.
Here you go. Oh.
Do you have rudder pedals?
Yes, I do. That would not have been possible without them.
Oh jeez.
I had the joystick with the little twist rudders.
Oh yeah, those are a pain.
I had one of those.
Also, how often do you fly in multiplayer, by the way?
Me?
Yep.
Not very often. So I'm gonna be doing some more of it. But I've been a one-man show for a long time, so it just takes some stretching to get back to that. But yeah, that's the goal is to do some more of that. 6.
Yeah. Anyway, the thing is, by that I don't like airline planes and all on them on their own, because I like to get some dynamicity in EGLL. Sorry, really tired. You probably get the idea. If you want me to escort you sometime, you know, to do some, make you some company in the air, just let me know. I added you on Steam.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I will. I'll see that when I get off here, and I will accept you back.
Roger that. I'm just gonna break away now. Nice talking to you. Yeah, I'll see y'all later.
All right. Good talking to you as
Yeah.
well.
Doodles.
Yeah.
Of course, they're taking every stupid gate.
Are United up ahead?
No, that's Air France. Which makes sense since we're in France.
That makes sense.
I'm trying to remember what that gate is over there. It did not have a letter attached to it, I don't think. I don't remember it being 40 anything. Unless it was also a C. You know what, maybe it was also a C. That's what I'm thinking of. Was it 2 B's and a C? Or C12, C14. Maybe C12, I think it's C12.
Kramer just pointed out you did not make a cabin announcement.
He's right, I did not. The whole flight, I completely forgot to do my cabin announcement. Well, I'll have to make up for that.
Nobody knows where we're at.
No one knows where we're at. Well, we can take care of that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking, and my sound goes away. How dare you? Stupid thing. What's going on here? Everything's all wonky. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. I'd just like to welcome you to Nice, France. For those of you who did not know where you were going, you just got kidnapped and put on this plane. We are in southern France. Current temperature outside is about 28 degrees centigrade, and it is partly cloudy. Sunset, and it's nice. So welcome to your vacation spot, hopefully, or if this is your home, definitely welcome to that. So thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate you flying British Airways, and we'll see you on your way back to the British Isles, hopefully sometime soon.
Flaps up. Spoilers.
Thank you, sir.
You don't want to go to the gate with your flaps down.
Soon I'll get mocked, right?
Oh no, there's something else that happens quite seriously if you do that.
Really? Do tell.
Yeah.
Do tell.
No, I won't.
Why not?
Security issues.
Oh, okay. That was mine.
Now I want to know.
I'll just look it up.
Yeah, you'll look it up on Google real quick.
You're just seriously gonna drop it there and not tell us, Tim?
Yep.
It's all part of Tim's charm. Okay.
I see the gate to the left, isn't it?
I see it too, but I'm trying to figure out where the taxi path to get there is not very... Do I have to go around this thing? I guess so.
It's French.
It is French, you know, so it's wrong and weird.
It's impressionist.
Oh, it's an impressionist taxi. Well, see, now it makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Did that guy just show up?
Thing?
What did you say? Someone just said something, but I don't know what.
Okay.
Yeah, I still didn't get it.
Not seeing anything.
Oh,
on
no.
that.
Now I know what it means.
Yeah, just keep it our little secret and let them figure it out.
It's a hijacking thing, isn't it?
Oh, I could see that being the case.
But don't they have like a special spot code for that or something?
Yeah, they've got that too, but I'm sure there's a number of ways because they want... I mean, I'm sure all the terrorists know about the squat code now after... so...
Probably.
Probably.
Hey, we saw you dial that in there. How are you levitating? Are you like David Copperfield here? What is this?
It's French.
French David Copperfield.
Samsung.
Yep.
You have a missed call.
Yep. I know who from too. How far? Seriously. Oh, it's a small gate. That's why that thing's never gonna link up now.
Yeah,
Nope.
don't do that.
Yeah, that's true. You'll have to jump.
Roll up the air stairs.
Yeah. I've got good news and bad news. The flaps are up, but you have to jump. So just be aware of that. Let's get the power on here. Ground power. Ground connections. Wheel chocks. Power and air. Go ahead and connect up ground power. Turn the packs off. And we can chop the engines. Alright. These can stay on. These can go off. Fuel pumps can come off. Dome light, we'll turn that back on. Yaw damper can go off. Those guys can go off. Window heat off. Pitot heat off. You guys off. And collision and wing lights off.
You know, if I could give you a hint.
You may.
Yeah, just do an up and down pattern instead of bouncing back and forth across the panel. Just go up one side, then the next panel come down, and then up the third on the overhead.
Oh yeah, I usually do that when I'm starting it up too, especially. So, but yeah, thank you though. All right, guys, that was not too incredibly bad for not doing it for a week and a half. So, thanks for joining me as we get back into the swing of things and into the route. Thank you for those of you who joined me on TeamSpeak, Tim, Encrypted, Fat Man Moo, and Mr. Ike, Sandwich, and Zulu for a time. Thank you guys for being part of the conversation as well. All you guys in chat, thank you for joining us and chiming in. It makes it interesting. Again, you can check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. FlyingMoose83 is the username for all of those, so easy to find. If you haven't already, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Let's get those users up to that magic 2,500 if you don't mind. And as we keep going with this, we will be streaming again on Friday. Friday, probably late morning. I don't know where we're going yet. Haven't decided. So we'll be leaving from Nice. That much is true. But beyond that, I don't know. I did like someone's idea of doing Gibraltar at some point. That would be a very cool idea. Also, we'll have to hit Innsbruck at some point as well. That's a really fun approach in there. So, all some good suggestions. So yeah, so if you have suggestions of where you'd like to see us go, put those in the comments of the video or post those on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I can see them that way and remember them. So, until next time, again, one more last little reminder. Next week, we will not be streaming Wednesday. We're going to switch to Thursdays starting next week. So it'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday for our stream days. And if you're down in the LA Basin area, I'm going to be down in LA on Monday at LAX watching planes, relaxing. So if you're down there, come over to the In-N-Out and say hi. You can shoot me a message on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'll see it on my phone, and we can link up that way. But it'd be fun to see some of you guys if you're down there. So, and if you're not, that's okay. I will enjoy my time, me and my airplanes, all by myself. Doesn't matter to me.
Pleasure flying with you tonight, Moose. Nice job on the approach. You had me worried when I saw you were doing these, but you definitely got a handle on it, so it was well done.
Well, thanks,
and nice having you back.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be back. It's always fun hanging out with you, Tim, as well as all you other guys. So, thank you so much, and have a good night. And I'll see you this weekend.
You have one dislike.
Yep,
yeah, but
Thursday.
I dislike them too, so it's okay. It's always going to be someone disliking something. It cracks me up. It's like, well, just go away. But, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's no time for that. See you guys. It was fun. I will see you Friday.